always said the pacing of Andor's been good, but yeah, like I think it's been good so far. But I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like the best piece of Star Wars that I've seen.
We're live now.
You know what I mean?
So you wouldn't say that it's peak Star Wars for you. You're just like
I'll say it's good for what it is. Like it's a rebel story, isn't it? Like it's good for what it is. Like I'm not actually, it was really good for what it is. But
I know a lot of people really liked that episode 7. Like I know they said like a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, episode 7 and 8, they have been good episodes. I haven't seen 9 in it, but I've seen 7 and 8, and I'm like, yeah, like, this is a good.
Oh, did they release? Did they release 9 the same?
Yeah, same time. All 3
episodes
same time.
So then tonight it's episode 10, 11 and 12. Yeah, and then we're ending it, and this is the end of Andor.
Pretty much, yeah.
Have they brought in K2SO yet?
Hold on, let me just double check because I'm trying to remember now.
Chris, check your Discord when you can. What does he need you check Discord for? Did he message you about something?
I think so. I don't know. Let me see.
What's going on, Retro Lad? How you guys doing today? We're just checking some messages real quick, but then we're gonna get right into the show.
Yeah, I need to be back. Let me hold on. Let me just mute up. I'll be back in a sec. I need to check something.
No worries. Cool. Take your minute to check your stuff. He's got to check something real quick, guys. He'll be back. But how's everyone's day going today? Are we having a good day so far? So we got a good show for you guys today. On Legion, we're going to be discussing a plethora of topics. We got trailers coming this week. We have some stuff about Andor to talk about. Hey, Darkside, how are you, my friend? We got lots of good stuff today. We got to talk about the problem with Filoni and his nonsense Gatekeepers Alliance thing where he's been blocking Star Wars projects because it didn't match his vision. So, yeah, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. We got 2 trailers today for... Oh, you finally saw Thunderbolts? Did you like it? That's awesome. So we got to talk about that. Also, apparently Marvel's looking at the Thunderbolts director to direct X-Men. So that's kind of cool. And Ryan Coogler was... his name was also thrown in there. So that's kind of crazy. So that's kind of crazy. So I like that a lot. I think that's pretty cool. I think that that's really interesting. I really think that that's going to be interesting to discuss. So yeah, Ironheart and Superman trailer is coming out tomorrow. We'll talk expectations, predictions. You get it all figured out?
Yeah. All good.
Checked his message and everything?
Yeah, all good.
All right. No worries. Yeah, we were just talking. I saw Darkside said he saw Thunderbolts, so I was saying, oh, he said it was pretty good. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, man. That's great. Also, so we got Mission Impossible reactions came out today. Oh, Berserk. Oh, the Backseater. What up, Sith Lord Joey? Hey, what up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. You know, I got a big video coming later today, Backseater, because we got to talk about Filoni the Baloney, man. This man, he's trying to come against the Gatekeeper Alliance, man. He is basically saying that he's firing other fresh creatives because his vision is the only vision that matters. But, you know, he's done such a great job. Glad to see you've joined the dark side. Of course. It's the only way to live, man. It's the only way to live. I ain't watching Andor. And I do not support that stuff. It's not happening. It's not for me. We need the true Star Wars to return, and the dark side is the only way forward. It's always been the only way forward. And it's time to wake up to reality and feel that, because some people haven't woken up. There's a lot of people on X and Twitter that are still hard shilling, and they're ridiculous. I've been hating Filoni since I was in elementary school. Dang. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, so then you'll enjoy my video then, because we got some things to talk about with that guy. That guy's crazy, man. He thinks his vision is the only vision. Bro doesn't even feel like he even knows Star Wars that well. He literally just wants to hide behind his little team, and he thinks that because he was friends and trained by George Lucas that he knows Star Wars. But he's just doing whatever he wants with Star Wars. He's bringing in Lazarus Pits and nonsense characters and keeps bringing back dead characters because he can't write any good original characters. It's like, what? He ruins his own characters. He retconned all the things with his love for Grand Inquisitor. Talk soon, guys. Going on PlayStation. Oh, thanks, RetroLad. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, so, yeah, man, you're not wrong. So, yeah, we should have Melvin streaming tonight, right, Backseater? Is he streaming tonight? Because I'm sure that's going to be good. Because I'm sure he'll stream. We're doing the anti-watch party tonight for Andor. Filoni basically said, I'm changing Star Wars lore anyway, so why bother learning it? Oh, he streamed. Yeah, I was there last night. Okay, so he's not going to do one tonight because he streamed last night? Okay, no worries. That's okay. That means I can have time to work on my videos. And I think I saw Star Wars Marvel Purist is going to stream tonight, so I might pop into his stream. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, tonight. They are doing the anti-watch party tonight. Okay, cool. I'll be there. It's the final anti-watch party for Andor. That should be fun. Lots to discuss, I'm sure. Wonder who's going to get show of the week tonight. That will be fun to see.
Yeah, all right then. Let's get into some topics, man.
Yeah, so we're back. All right. So I didn't know how long you were. I was waiting to see how long you were focused on your thing. Cool. So what do you want to? Should we start with the? You want to start with the Polaris thing?
Polaris. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So yesterday we found out that Neve Campbell was. All these scoopers were like, Neve Campbell is going to play Polaris, and first they're like, she's going to be in Doomsday. They're doing this. Oh, Critical Drinker was previously show of the week. Yeah, I heard about that. So Neve Campbell, they're like, my time to show him all these Marvel simps. Also his double O. Oh, dang. Like literally that was crazy because they're all these scoopers are saying it's for Doomsday. They're doing a Magneto, Wanda, Pietro, and Polaris are all going to be like the family and I have no idea where these reports came from. They were wild. Talking about Magneto having his full family and leading the Brotherhood of Evil. And look, that sounds cool and all, but it just didn't make sense. And so then I did some more digging, and our boy Spike even pointed it out that the former creator that was fired from X-Men 97 confirmed to us that actually I cast her myself for X-Men 97 Season 2. So now we know that Neve Campbell is playing Polaris, but not playing 70-year-old Polaris.
Yeah.
Polaris.
It makes sense to do it that way. Like,
because if we're doing live action Polaris, I want to see the Gifted chick come back. Did you watch Gifted?
Gifted? No, I haven't. No.
So it was on Fox at one point, and
yeah.
No, Joey, you don't get it. Pietro, Wanda, and Inhumans don't read. I do read the comics. We're talking about the news about No, I'm hearing what you're saying. I read the comics. We're talking about a report regarding news that came out. I know the comics. I'm saying that Polaris is not going to be in Doomsday. They were saying she was going to be in Doomsday. Now they're saying she's going to be in X-97 Season 2 instead. So I understand Wanda, Pietro. I understand the whole family. I love the comics. I've read most of the main Marvel comics. I know Inhumans. I know all that stuff. I know how that fits in. I'm just debunking the news. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you. I'm just referring to that stupid retcon they did. Oh, yeah. That retcon sucked. That was stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, so it's like, I want to see a real Polaris. I would love to see real Polaris in live action when they finally get good storytelling and they actually do good characters. That would be awesome. Maybe in the reboot if they actually successfully do that. But for now, yeah. So, Chris, What do you think about this? Would you prefer to get Neve Campbell from Scream appeared in live action in something like Doomsday among our other older X-Men characters? Or she's just voicing?
As long as if they can make it work and it fits, I'm cool. But I think I do prefer her voicing, just because like that's what I've known her to be for a while. So
yeah,
you know
I mean,
so
we do know.
Just keep it like that.
I know they did say, I can't find his tweet, but I think he said something. The original showrunner said that he had some really interesting storylines for her, and that she kills it, and that it involves a lot of her thoughts on Genosha being very controversial. So we'll have to see how they do her version of Polaris. I'll be interested to see, because we have to remember that this is a continuation of what the original 90s X-Men is. So how are they going to fit that in? But it's also got some changes as well. Yeah. So we'll just have to see what they do. For the most part, I liked X-Men 97, so I'm curious to see where they go with this. But yeah, it's annoying when you get retcons like that in books and the comics. But yeah, so I think the Polaris stuff, we're not going to waste too much time on this. It's pretty straightforward. 97 will eventually come out. They're clearly trying to hype it up. Even though I have some issues with that show because of the fact that they keep saying that they're firing showrunners and then there's new showrunners and then
they got to stick with the guns on that one. They have to stick with the right people. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping they stick with the right people because I did like
the first season was great. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just about expanding on that now.
Yeah, let's hope that they do that. Also, I want to let you guys know I stopped watching The Last of Us. Same.
I haven't touched that since episode 2. So
yeah, you haven't. So after they killed Joel, you just like I'm out.
Yeah, like I mean, obviously, like I expected it to happen, but I thought from what I heard last year about how they're going to do season 2, I thought it was going to be dragged out over time because there was a period, especially in the game, like you kind of see you see Ellie and when her and Joel, like when she's in like a not early teens, but I would say like mid-teens, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I don't know how there's people that are still watching the show and they're still getting viewership when I've heard that after Joel died, the basically the storylines are getting worse. Like they're proving that even though people like Belle Ramsey, she doesn't know how to carry a show.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting that, like, you know, they say they're going to do a season 3, but what will they do if they lose all their viewership? That's
what I'm saying. What's season 3 going to be about then?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like they're just dragging out the game. Like it's funny because they did season 1 fine, but then now they're going to drag out season part 2. So it's like
they're probably committed to making season 2 be consistently bad. I'm guessing. Like they're probably committing to that. Like oh, season 2 is going to be. It's going to be really bad. Yeah, that retcon was stupid back here. I totally forgot about that until you reminded me. But yeah, no, that's interesting. Like, so yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page that we both just aren't going to support this garbage that they're putting out.
Yeah, you know, it was fun while it lasted, you know.
Well, I was going to ask you, speaking of other things on the docket, did you see the Peacemaker trailer last week?
Peacemaker, yes, I did actually. Yeah.
What did you think of the trailer?
It was cool. I think Peacemaker, I need to go back and properly like finish season 1.
Rewatch season 1.
Yeah, because like there's some things that I wasn't really like. Again, because I'm kind of new when it comes to Peacemaker, so I don't really know too much on what's going on.
Yes, you don't remember.
But what I saw from season 1, I was like, okay, cool, but. Yeah, so once I go back and finish it properly, I'll be like, okay, cool. Now I know what this is.
What did you think about the fact that, you know, we're finally seeing, since this project comes out after Superman, that the universe is already starting to flourish? Like,
it's starting to make sense. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that they were going to show our first look at Max Lord, which is James Gunn's brother, which I know a lot of people have problems with James Gunn casting his family members. Like,
yeah. But I think it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it worked for Creatures. It works for a few other shows. It's just he can't do it all the time, innit?
Yeah, exactly. As long as he doesn't do it all the time, I think like whatever happens, as long as it fits what they're looking for. I know they do it in live action because it's easier to get his family on sets than it is to get other people and to pay other people, salaries and budgets and stuff. And what about there's this drama about Michael Rooker going on around there about him playing a native character.
Yeah.
He's a white dude, and there's some people, especially some people in the woke community, that are trying to say, no, whatever they do here is unacceptable. Why is James Gunn doing this? And we don't even really know what they're going to do, but it's still people are being.
Yeah, I think you just need to wait and see what they do, because
you don't know.
it's not going to be like it's not going to be historically accurate, because it's a superhero show.
Yeah, I watched a live stream where people were just being stupid about it. They were just like, "Oh my gosh," they're just being so dumb. They're like, "What are we doing here? Like, why are we doing this?" Like, they're being dumb, and it's just like I don't even understand. Like, you'll need to wait till the show comes out. I like the trailer. I know the Snyder fans are having a heyday over the DCU versus the extended DC universe comparison. Did you see that in the trailer?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're having a field day that James Gunn wants to confront those issues. But they can get over themselves because they can't stop it. So they're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, if James Gunn wanted to, he could bring in Henry Cavill's Superman and have David Gordon kill him, and even Ben Affleck's Batman if he wanted to. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but
he could.
If he wanted to, he could. And people can take that with what it is. But I think as Peacemaker, as a show that is following up, I already liked season 1. I think it's interesting that they're following up. That they're following up on now. This is gonna be after Superman, and the fact we see Hawkgirl.
Yeah, before they said it was Peacemaker didn't really have a connection to it or something like that.
Yeah. So they kind of changed what they kind of think about, and I think it's interesting that they're doing that, and I think the whole multiverse stuff is interesting that they're going into. Eventually, they are gonna have to walk away from this whole multiverse stuff because people are gonna get really sick of it. And I'm hoping after Secret Wars comes out that we kind of dial back on that, and hopefully DC waits till they explore Crisis to really dive back into that. Hopefully they dial this stuff back a little bit. I get why they're doing it now, because they're trying to introduce this new world.
Yeah, of course.
And it makes sense.
Build it up. Yeah.
But I don't think for the other stuff that they should be doing it. So I think that's interesting. So I was wondering if you saw Peacemaker, because I was curious what your thoughts were on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool show for sure.
How do you feel about, especially after seeing Creature Commandos, that they're going full out with the vendetta between Rick Flag Sr. and Peacemaker from the Suicide?
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. That's going to be because I think Rick Flag as well, he's not necessarily in his prime as well. So
that was the thing in the trailer that really, I mean, I guess the biggest issue is, I don't know if you read all about the controversy, but a lot of people were upset that Rick Flag Sr. doesn't look like Rick Flag Sr. from Creature Commandos.
Yeah, I mean,
because as an actor, I think there was something happened where he had another project and he can't necessarily look like an old man. So,
yeah.
So a lot of people had issues with that continuity here. I don't really think it's that bothersome.
Yeah, I don't think
it still looks like it's Rick Flag Sr. I mean, it's Frank Grillo. I still think he looks enough like the character. And I'm interested to see how that's going to go, because it seems like he's going after him.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with him in it. Much.
I don't know, but nowadays a lot of people complain about a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, some people when they age, they don't necessarily have gray hairs or whatever.
Not everyone does. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think as long as he just does the acting right, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think the fact that we saw it the way it was, I think that's kind of the thing that happened. The fact that we saw it in one way and now it's kind of changed. So I think that's interesting. I'm looking forward to Peacemaker. So we do have. As we mentioned, we got the battle of Superman releasing its trailer and marketing push. Oh, also, have you been seeing there's all the promo stuff coming out for Superman? They're really hyping up this trailer through a little promo
Yeah, I've been seeing the promos and stuff. Yeah, so I think I definitely think this is the trailer we're gonna see now that everybody was wanting from the first time. And I said,
Yeah,
well,
I think this trailer is going to really decide whether people are on board with this movie.
yeah,
So you're going to get, like, ignore the Snyder fans, get them out of here. Their opinion doesn't matter. But people that are kind of like, they're seeing the first posters, they're kind of iffy.
yeah.
You're going to get people. I'm sure Joshy Boy is going to still continue to hate on it because I know James Gunn called him a hypocrite.
Yeah.
and messed with him, and I'm fine with that. I don't like Joshy Boy personally. I made my opinion very clear on that in my video, and I don't deal with fake people. So so if Joshy Boy wants an opinion, he won't get one. If he wants an apology, he won't get one from me. So I call it as I see it. I watch all his videos. I see the type of hypocrite he is.
Yeah.
He literally will shill for Marvel and Star Wars, even though he says he won't watch Andor and because of all controversy in this. But he'll shill over exclusive leaks. Release your comic, Josh. Yeah, right. He still won't release his comic. It's like it's crazy. Like it's like literally it's ridiculous. Like he says he's working on this comic. He's big into the Warhammer community, but he always just clings on to Marvel. He defends Multiverse of Madness. He constantly talks about Marvel leaks, and then on April Fool's he released this stupid video. Was like season 2 is gonna be peak, and I have all these leaks telling me what's gonna happen and all this stuff.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with defending something, but there's some things you just can't defend, man.
Yeah, I can't defend Joshy Boy. I honestly that man, the dude has a wife and he has kids, and he still just I don't know. He jumps off the shark. Bro didn't know nothing about Minecraft. Tried going after the Minecraft movie.
Minecraft.
and look, I understand that you have a problem with an individual, but you're still going to go on the I hate James Gunn bandwagon just because you apparently love the Snyder stuff. But then he said that was bad, and then he's just all mad. His agenda to hate this movie, he has no legitimate criticisms about this movie. He just wants to hate this movie because he wants James Gunn to fail.
Yeah.
And I think that that's so sad and so petty that he's like probably a 30-something-year-old living in his basement, maybe hanging out with his wife and kids, whatever. But like he literally is just hiding. And just because he's so mad that James Gunn on Twitter and probably Threads and wherever else told him what it was and how it was supposed to go and didn't take his shit, that because Josh likes to go online and have conversations with people. Yeah. And calls people out on their shit on Twitter and stuff. So for someone who's supposedly a father and has kids to take care of, he sure likes to have all these Twitter battles with people and prove that he's right.
Yeah, of course.
And he's the biggest Doctor Doom fan ever. He's so hyped for Doomsday and all this shit. And he's, my expectations are bigger than anything Marvel will give us. Yeah, probably. But that's because you're a fucking Marvel show, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Just because they put out something that... Like, because my thing is as well, even if they put out something that's mediocre, you can't sit there and you have to critique it at some point. Like, even if you really do like
exactly. It. And then he's weird because he critiques, he really went hard on Daredevil Born Again, although he's talking big hype for season 2. So it's like, make up your mind, bro. Like, you don't like season 1, so how do you know you're going to watch season 2? Like, it's like, it's either you like something or you don't like something. You don't get to be in the middle and in between.
Yeah.
He's honestly, the best word to describe him is, like, he is a fake fan. Like, he is really just, like, out of my list of big YouTubers out there, he's probably my least favorite. Like, I watch him just because it's so funny to clown on him. Like, honestly, like just looking at his stuff, I'm just like, God, wow. Yeah, Josh does need to release his comic. We need to see his comic that he claims he's made and paid a bunch of people if it's ever going to be done. So, yeah, so we got that. So we have the Superman versus Ironheart project, which, watch this, right? This is what's going to happen tomorrow. He's going to scream Superman when the trailer comes out. He's going to hate on it. And then he's going to say Ironheart looks like the most peak thing in the world.
I mean, I kind of feel sorry for Ironheart because the thing is like, after Thunderbolts, or even before.
Thanks for being here, man. I'll see you in the anti-watch party tonight, buddy.
After after Thunderbolts dropped, the promotion for that has been very like quiet and stuff. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
do they even care about this show? I don't know. Like honestly, I really
Yeah,
don't know
the
if they care
promotion.
about
I
the
mean,
show.
if they're gonna drop it on different things, I don't think I don't know what they're planning. Like, yeah, thanks for being here, Backseater. Appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you in the anti-watch party tonight. And I'll be putting out some videos on some Disney shills and of course big old Dave Baloney himself. So yeah, so it should be good stuff. But yeah, no, it's like it's weird because like they don't really care. Like I told you, they're just gonna release this on Disney Plus to get it out of the way. Because they're already moving on to their new projects.
You know what I'm saying? I thought like they cared about this stuff of a show or whatever. And the thing is, yeah, the show might be even really good, but then it's like your promotion for it sucks right now. Like you've done nothing with it.
Like I don't even know what the release date is, but I'm watch this trailer come out and they find out it's coming out like next month or something.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee you this marketing, like I was getting into an argument with my friend Jake. Jake's like, well, TV shows don't need that much promotion compared to movies. I'm like, no, I think they still do.
It needs something.
There's barely been any marketing for this product, and they claim it's coming out soon. And this trailer will tell us how soon it is. And based on the fact that we've heard that they're echoing this show, which I don't know if that means, I don't know if this is a 6-episode show or how many episodes it is, but I think Echo was 5, and they dropped all 5 at once. So if they're echoing it, they could be I think I heard they're releasing 3 episodes 1 week, and then they might release more and break it up a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
But I thought if they're echoing it, they were going to release them all at once. But maybe they think there's a different terms of echoing it. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll have to see. Like, realistically, I'm just going to say they put some promos out, and there's some stuff that looks interesting. Like, I know there's some lore stuff about, like, apparently Mr. Young Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich, might play Obadiah Stane's son in the show.
Oh, really?
Which that's going to be interesting to see how they tie that in. And then but I just I know in the comics she had her own thing, and I know that they say in all the promos, "Oh, this isn't an Iron Man knockoff. It isn't but a part of me feels like, and I don't want to be that guy, but it just feels like this is a show that in the days of She-Hulk and all the stuff where the MCU was, it was a show where Marvel was pushing hard into what was known as the MCU.
Yeah, I remember people calling that. Yeah,
which is what they were calling the MCU at the time, because with She-Hulk, all the other female-led focused projects, right?
Yeah.
And it feels like this show is released in that era.
Yeah.
So coming out now is a pretty bad move because it doesn't really feel like it belongs anymore. Like how is Ironheart? I know she's gonna be in Doomsday, but how are they going to what's going on in Ironheart is going to remotely set up anything that we need to know getting ready for Doomsday? Like that's the thing I wanted. Why release this now when you had? If they weren't confident about this and they clearly have showed that,
they should have just kind of released it on the downtime. They
should have just dropped it. Like, just release it. No marketing whatsoever. Just release it. So it's out of the way. If they, I mean, they're clearly not proud of what they've made because they haven't done their job to promote it. I mean, the fact that they changed the trailer release date. I mean, if Marvel really thinks that this thing is going to get the numbers that they want on the same day as the Superman trailer, they're crazy. Because I'm sorry, whatever times they choose to drop these 2 trailers at, more people are tuning into the Superman trailer because it's a movie that people are genuinely curious and genuinely excited about. So they're going to look at that first.
Yeah, of course.
Ironheart will be like, maybe they're scrolling through YouTube, maybe they'll watch it for 5 minutes. The only people that are gonna make an effort to stream this movie is or stream this show are gonna be the really hardcore Marvel shills, they just have to digest everything Marvel and oh, a new female lead. I loved Riri Williams in Ironheart. She was in Ironheart in Wakanda Forever, and I'm sorry, the fact that I keep slapping Ryan Coogler in front of it and I don't even know who the showrunner of this thing is. That makes me nervous. The fact they keep like, oh, he's producing it. Look, he's showing Ironheart comics.
Yeah, like I mean, I like Ryan Coogler and everything. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like just to try and confirm them like that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good because Ryan Coogler's on. It's like that's not always the case. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he ain't missed in the project, but like,
we had plenty of people that produce something and their work, and because they have a bad director, a bad writer, it doesn't turn out good. So I think we're going to get the same treatment here. You're going to get someone who doesn't like this and probably like you. Maybe they don't even know their stuff. Maybe Ryan Coogler knows comics, but maybe this guy that wrote it doesn't. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it could be as bad as Secret Invasion. It could be worse than She-Hulk. It could be like Agatha, for all we know. Like, I mean, I don't know if you even watched Agatha, but
yeah, I'm not really. It's just not my. I've heard mixed things about it. I heard some people liked it, some people didn't. I just looked at Agatha and I said, this isn't really like the whole magical aspect of it. Of Marvel isn't really my. Depending on if it's like Doctor Strange, maybe like Mephisto, characters like that. But
it was pretty bad because it made no sense to do a character spinning off from WandaVision when there's no reason. Agatha doesn't bring anything to the wider MCU that makes sense to set her up for.
Yeah.
Like, the only real connections is there's kind of some stuff that could tie into Ironheart with, I guess, maybe there's possibility that, which I have an issue with because we don't even know. I don't even know. Maybe they age up the actor, maybe they change it, but a lot of people are going to have problems because I think they cast kind of a Hispanic or black actor for the Hood, and Spike was saying there's going to be a twist that one of Wanda's twins got lost in hell with Mephisto, right?
Yeah.
And Mephisto, in Agatha, they hint at that there's you could be an agent of Mephisto. And if you know anything about the Hood from the comics, the Hood is known as an agent of Mephisto. And so a lot of people believe that one of the kids is going to be the Hood in this iteration of Ironheart. Which, I mean, I know the identity of the Hood is probably not that important, but I don't know, tying it to the Wanda's kids with the magic and the guns and stuff, I don't know if that's going to necessarily land the way they want it to. Oh, hold up. What did we get? McKenna said, I'm sure that Ironheart will probably make a weapon that will help the Avengers fight Doom, maybe at some other obstacle. I'm not denying that she won't have a big role in Doomsday. I'm talking about the fact that that the Ironheart show, it doesn't hold a lot of promise for people. Like, I've talked to people that legitimately about this show, and I asked if they're excited about Ironheart, and you know what they say they're excited about?
Yeah.
Can't wait to see Mephisto. They don't care about the lead character. They're like, I want to see Mephisto. I want to see the Hood.
Yeah, I mean the last few Marvel shows haven't really helped the trust in it. So I'm not surprised.
It's just like the problem is a lot of people don't care about these new characters.
What did McKenna say? She said, "I'm sure Ironheart will probably make a weapon that will help the Avengers fight Doom or maybe some other obstacle." True, that's true. She's like obviously tech based, so I get that.
Yeah, I'll say this though. I don't know what the plans are, but there's not going to be any sort of tech stuff that can really help them stop Doom because Doom is kind of the master of tech. Although I wonder if they're going to play on the Tony Stark card. We never even had Riri Williams meet Tony. So, like, I think in Wakanda Forever, I think she knew of him from what we found out, but I don't know how much she knew of him. So in the comics, Tony appears as a hologram guide for her. Because in the comics, she kind of took over his mantle and kind of was working with her and stuff. But it doesn't seem like the MCU is going that same route because they already have. Hold up. I don't know how much about Ironheart, but I don't really understand how Mephisto and the Hood tie in with her story. Well, here's the thing. They're doing this thing they set up in the Thor movies where Thor says, I'm from a place. I think it's even Thor 2. Thor says, I'm in a place where magic and science are one and the same. And what the show is going to do is tonally, the show is going to focus on the fact that that they're going to do magic and science. Like the magic is going to come from Mephisto and Hell himself, or itself, and then you're going to have the Hood fits into that because the Hood is the agent of Mephisto.
Yeah.
And while Mephisto will probably be like the main overarching villain, I think the Hood will probably be the main. So I don't think you're gonna have Mephisto fight Ironheart. That just wouldn't make sense. But I think he'll use his trickery and manipulation to manipulate her, and probably send things. But he'll probably send more of his minions to go after. Like I could see a battle between Ironheart and the Hood taking. And we'll probably see that in this trailer. Yeah, in the comics, Tony becomes like her Jarvis, but they're definitely going to switch that up. Yeah, I wonder what they'll do with that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I do wonder if when they find out, obviously with the connection to Doctor Doom and Tony, I do wonder if we're going to see her, if he is pretending to be Tony, if he's going to actually manipulate.
Yeah. I think that'll be a good move as well if he pretends to be like Tony.
Well, actually, I think this is actually going to happen because did you see the new picture of RDJ that came out on the set of Doomsday today?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
So he's jacked in a muscle suit.
Yeah. So.
But he's got these black dots on his head, which means that they're using some sort of technology to hide his.
Yeah, something. Yeah. So I think it's a good.
And I actually came up with a pretty good theory about it that I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, because it's like with Doomsday, it's like if people see that, oh, this is the Tony that we know, but then at the same time, it's like, no, it's not. This is like he's used that against everybody. That's the perfect way.
About the dots could equal a scarred up Tony Stark, right? Mm. And so one thing I've been thinking about, you remember how when Tony, before he died, when he snapped, his face.
Oh yeah, his face. Yeah. So it could be that. Okay, yeah.
Reality. What if this is from a reality where this Tony snapped, but he survived?
Yeah,
super scarred up.
He's somewhere else than that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting. So I wonder if that. Yeah. If that's what they're doing. But I noticed the black dots, and I noticed that he is also, I heard some interesting word on Thor's costume. Apparently, Thor's going to have a much more comic book accurate.
Okay. That's cool.
Like, I heard he's going to, I forget which, I think it's the Unworthy Thor. They said that he's got, like, the short hair like he had in Ragnarok, but he's got the full beard, and he's got, like, a red hood cloak, like in some of the comics he had.
Yeah,
they're going to do look. He's going to have more of like a cloak now.
That'll be cool.
Which is, I wish I had an image to show you for it. It's pretty cool. Doesn't the Hood wear the cloak of Dormammu in the comics? Maybe.
I think so. Yeah. No, the Hood does wear a hood. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna play on that. I mean, if they do that, if they do play on that, that could connect Doctor Strange 3 to it.
Yeah, true.
So that could be an interesting thing.
Yeah, and then if people are worried about the race thing, then that could kind of help it a little bit as well. So
I don't know if the race thing is as big an issue. I mean,
I don't think it's even that. But you know how people are these days, man. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Once they see the race swap and everything, and don't get me wrong, the only thing I've really been upset about race thing is the Professor Snape thing. That's the only thing I've really been like.
And some people are starting to turn around on that, which I think is interesting.
But yeah, like as long as it's Harry Potter and it's everything that we need it to be, I'm cool.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what they do. As long as the actor does his job, I think he should be okay. Doesn't the Hood? Yeah, that's interesting. I think that's a good take. Yeah, so I think that's interesting. Like we talk about Ironheart. So I guess even though I don't want to shit the focus from Ironheart. So we did just hear Supergirl wrap filming recently. They were able to wrap film without us getting a single good look at the Supergirl costume, which means two things. James Gunn said it'd be a while before we see it. It also means, so I've heard rumors. I don't remember if it was, I think it was confirmed, but I don't remember how confirmed it is. There is supposed to be a Supergirl cameo in Superman.
Okay.
Now, when they say Supergirl, I don't know if it's just Kara Zor-El and she doesn't have her suit yet, or
just like a picture or something or whatever.
Yeah, some sort. Like we know she's supposed to be in it because James Gunn always said that they cast when the script is done, and they announced Millie Alcock as Supergirl before the script of Supergirl was done. They announced her more for Superman at first. I think Iron Man will be like Miss Marvel maybe when the show is mid, but the character and the actress are good when she's co-starring with other MCU. Yeah, that one makes sense. I could see that. Look, I don't think that Ironheart will be the reason the show is bad. I think storytelling in this show will probably just be mid because of the weight and everything that we don't know if there's good people working on it. But I think the character is interesting, and I think if they use the character well, I think there could be some cool stuff with it.
Yeah, there could be something that could happen. I think,
like you said, like he interacts well with the other characters, it'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, like I liked her in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
I think
I'm actually interested to see how she's gonna interact with people in Doomsday because we know her. Because I think Shuri's gonna be in her show as well.
Yeah, Shuri's gonna feature. Yeah,
I think I forget how long she's gonna be in, but I think she's gonna be in like an episode where I'm pretty sure they're like either college roommates or she visits her at college or something. So
yeah.
So there's going to be something where Shuri is in the show. So, and they did have a pretty good relationship in Wakanda Forever. So
yeah, they did.
Seeing how that continues, I'm kind of curious about. Because everyone knows I'm not the biggest Shuri fan, but I'm more of a fan of Shuri when she leans heavily into the tech, the
tech and stuff like The
moment they pushed her towards Black Panther. Ooh,
yeah, because I mean, it does happen. Like obviously, in the comics, it does happen that she becomes black, but she does become Black Panther. But the thing is like, eventually T'Challa comes back and he takes his role again and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
and I hope that Marvel hasn't been scared away from the recasting strategy.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think recasting is fine. I feel like it's fine. Like it's been some time. It's been a couple years. So let's just do the recast and see what happens.
She's not dead yet, but she might die in Doomsday Darkseid. Especially if there's true plans.
Let me just go to toilet quickly. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Oh, she could FaceTime her. Yeah, that could happen. Yeah. Or what'd you say, Chris?
I'm just going to the toilet quickly. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, no worries. He'll be back in a minute. But yeah, no, that could happen. Like, yeah, she's not dead, but that doesn't mean they couldn't, like, she couldn't FaceTime her and help her. I can feel your anger. Thank you, Dustin. Yes, it is growing. I'm growing stronger and stronger in the dark side, and I am tired of Disney steals. FaceTime ain't the same thing. I mean, yeah, that's fair. But they could do another way if their tech evolves. They could do something where maybe she created a program of herself to kind of help Riri figure it out. Yes, my friend, I am growing stronger, Dustin. And I have big plans before Andor comes out tonight. And I will be joining you guys for the anti-watch party as well. Yeah, but I mean, she can make some technology that uses. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Ken. I think you're onto something. You can feel your anger. That uses communication of some form. That's a good idea. If you want to come up here with us, Ken, I can drop a link for you if you want. If it's hard to type and you want to just talk with us about these things. Chris will be back in a minute. We would love to have you up here. Awesome sauce. Yes, sir. Hey, Scream fan, how you doing? Welcome, guys. Love having you guys in the chat. How's everyone's day going? Chris will be back in a minute. He just said to go do something. Oh, I'd like to talk? Okay. Let me drop you a link so you can come up. We'll put it in the chat for you. It's always nice to have people come up. All right. Since I'm also working on something at the same time. Oh, yeah. Perfect. What are you working on? Anything fun? Like I said, I dropped you a link so you can come up here if you want. Chris will be back in a minute. I'm not sure what he went to go do, but he just had something going on. Dustin, have you been working on any big new videos lately on helping us avenge Star Wars? Okay, I dropped the link for McKenna. Anyone else who wants to join? What kind of thing were you working on? Let's see. Oh, here's Kenna. Perfect. Let's get her up. Hello there.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your picture?
It's Alora from Voltron.
Oh, I can't tell from the background. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like the back of her and it's in a bright blue. Yeah, I'm doing some just some homework.
Oh, homework, huh? What kind of homework is it?
For my animation class.
Is it easy stuff to do?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just kind of time consuming, but.
Oh yeah. So you're looking forward. You're looking forward to Ironheart then, huh? You think?
I feel like I mean, I'm not hyped, but I'm also.
Yeah, I'm not hyped. That's a good point.
I'm not hyped, but also I'm willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, I think like that's a fair take. I mean,
because I feel bad. I feel bad that it's not being advertised well.
Yeah,
the actor,
so I found out that it seems like it's because it was a part of the previous regime of Marvel stuff, where Marvel was doing I think it was not quality, quantity over quality.
Yeah.
So Bob Chapek, before he got fired, was pushing get as many Marvel projects out as can possibly happen, and somehow before Bob Iger came over, Bob Iger and Feige talked, and Feige's been. I'm worried that they've been sitting this on the shelf because it's bad, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's just that they didn't know when to put it out.
Yeah, well, like this isn't the first time Disney has like self-sabotage their creations.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like maybe Ironheart will be good, but because they're scared of backlash, they're not advertising it.
What do you think the backlash is that you think they're scared of getting? Because I know they're releasing a trailer for it.
I know. Well, it's like I think it's the Marvel fans who are like, "Oh, Disney's woke now," or "Marvel's woke now" because they have a female black lead.
Yeah, I mean we're getting that backlash on anything. Like I was talking earlier about how Michael Rooker in the Peacemaker trailer, a lot of people think he's taking a job of someone who should be a native character because he looks like a native shaman trying to use like mystical powers. But
I just feel like maybe it's I don't know.
I think knowing James Gunn, it's a part of a joke. I think it's going to be something that's just silly, especially in a show like Peacemaker. I don't think it's what people think it is, and people are overreacting because of it.
Well, we'll just have to see.
Because I think James Gunn likes to. Unfortunately, his sense of humor doesn't always hit for everyone, but he kind of likes to do funny things, and he's got experience with these Guardians actors. He loves. We knew Michael Rooker would end up in the DCU at some point because, I mean, I would prefer him to play him. Oh, let's see what happened. I'm a low-key Night of Melvin. I'm only a low-key Night of Melvin. Den of Shills needs to be exposed for hyping fans. The new Fantastic Four looks new. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one. McKenna's joined us now, Chris.
Oh, cool. What's up?
We were just talking about Ironheart. Looks awful. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it either, Dustin. I got my fears with that movie as well.
This is how I think Fantastic Four is gonna go. I think I'll enjoy myself in the movie watching it, but then I think whatever the end credits scene will be bad.
You know what's interesting? I think the end credit scene is going to be the thing that saves the movie. I think the end credit scene is going to be the only reason people will want to go see the movie. Because I think that the movie, to me, they're hiding Galactus. Companies need to hire people based on skills and merit, not look at skin color. Yeah, that's true. They need to go based on skills. That's agreed. It should not matter the color of their skin. It should be their skills and their talents that they have. No, it's just like, yeah, it's, to me, I'm worried because they will do everything they can. If they were so afraid of showing Galactus, they could have at least given us like voiceover clips, like when you had some earlier Avengers trailers and they were teasing Thanos without showing him to us.
Oh yeah.
You could hear him talking. Like, they won't even give us that, which makes me either Galactus did not have that big of a role in this movie, or he looks so bad and they don't even want to, like, even though the voice actor is perfect,
Yeah.
They just want to hide everything with him.
I think Galactus is going to be the Galactus girl from Marvel Rivals.
That'd be funny.
You can imagine.
Plot
Marvel
twist.
Rivals is doing better than the MCU right now,
That's
so
why they're hiding it.
that would be hilarious.
It's going to be the girl Galactus.
I mean, they did. The problem is they cast a real adult, like really good actor to voice Galactus.
Yeah.
And have, like, the
Oh
whole
yeah, no,
face
I already
and,
know that it's going to be the legit.
It just depends how good the legit looks, because it's like they're really doing everything. Like there's
Yeah,
promo
because we've not seen nothing since the first trailer about Galactus.
promo art that made it look like it could be decent, but what I think happens is I don't trust promo art after Brave New World, because I saw a really nice image of the leader, and then
all of a sudden it's different.
and look what happened.
Yeah.
It did not look
I
good.
find it very bold. I think releasing Fantastic Four the same month as Superman will hurt the film.
I think so too, because this trailer is gonna. If the Superman trailer is better than the previous Fantastic Four trailers, I think they're in trouble.
I think Marvel is so used to beating DC in the box office, because this isn't the first time they both released films next to each other. But now, because MCU has been kind of flopping, the general public are more interested in seeing what DC has,
because they want to see
offer.
something new. They want to see something new. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about how people at the cinema, they don't want to be bored or depressed going to the cinema anymore. When it comes to summer movies, a lot of people have complained about Superman's fun vibe, and that James Gunn is making it too kiddie or too family friendly. But that's the thing that's going to make people happy, because Superman has to have that vibe.
Well, Superman is a symbol of hope. And
exactly, none of the people.
Yeah, and another thing that I've seen people complain about Superman is that it's too colorful, but also, again, it's a comic book movie, so of course...
They just want to throw that in James Gunn's face, because James Gunn loves color. And
and they're used to Snyder, and Zack Snyder always has dark color.
And then most of the people that are complaining about that are from the Snyder regime.
Yeah.
They still won't let things go. I mean,
they need to let it go, man. I'm sorry.
And also, I just kind of I just hate the we need to make superhero movies super realistic, because then it's not a superhero film anymore.
Yeah, and we've moved past those days, and people don't understand that we've moved past that. And even though I really like Thunderbolts, I really think Marvel has some good things going for them. I do think that there is going to come a time, probably after all this Doctor Doom stuff goes on, where if DC really starts cooking and really getting good, I'm sorry, I'm excited for the Marvel being attached to Disney is why I want to see DC succeed. Is because I think that there's going to come a point where there's Marvel characters I love and there's characters I want to see respected, but we've just learned that we can't trust Disney.
And another problem for the Fantastic Four movie too is that it is technically new because it's set in a new universe, but I think what it's turning people off from is that we know that eventually it's going to be connected to the main universe, and that's the problem. That's my biggest problem with Marvel, is that they want to do the multiverse, but they're not having fun with it, nor are they trying anything new, because they're forcing it all to be shoehorned in, all together connected. While I think what DC is doing is that, you have the Matt Reeves Batman, but you also have the James Gunn Batman, and it's not confusing.
And there are complications. There are some. We've been talking about some reports. Thankfully, there was a report I wanted to talk to you guys about that was debunked. About some people were saying that, I don't know if you guys follow Production Weekly.
Yeah.
Production Weekly is not very reliable, but they were starting to track news that the Batman 2 is getting ready to film pretty soon.
Yeah.
Agreed, Scream fan. That they basically they're claiming that Matt Reeves walked away from the Batman because of health issues.
Yeah.
And even James Gunn was very quick to dismiss that.
Yeah, well, he said, no, that's not happening.
So I think that's funny that people are getting so impatient that with no real updates for that movie, that they're just making stuff up at this point now. They're trying to really, I think they're trying to understand what's going on, because people love that first movie and they really want that sequel, and I think it's really hurting them.
Yeah, they're just going to have to wait. I mean, the Spider-Verse animated fans, they have to wait.
Yeah, I mean that's true. They had to wait for a long time too. I mean, it's just I do wonder if there are actually health issues and that's what's taking so long. But I mean, maybe it's not bad enough for him to walk away.
No, it could be
Yeah.
a mixture of both. I feel like
Yeah.
I can understand the stress issues because you want to make a good movie and not disappoint the fans.
And it seems like if he has things going on in his life, it seems like those things have to take priority.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
and
Your
I
health
would
comes
rather
first. man.
I would rather have Matt Reeves be healthy than him being unhealthy and not be able to make a movie
Yeah.
or make a bad
Yeah,
movie.
word.
It makes sense why Robert just keeps jumping into project after project.
Yeah, because he's not too sure, is
Because they really don't know when they're going to start, even though they're saying this is when they're going to start filming.
Well, what's also smart about what Patton is doing is that he's trying to get away from the Edward Cullen image.
Yep.
So he's I don't think it's necessarily due to the what's going on with the Batman. It's more like he's just trying to show his range in action.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a good thing. That I know he's locked in pretty much for that to be in the next Dune movie, which is pretty cool.
I didn't know he's going to be in Dune.
Yeah, there's some talk about it right now.
Part 3, potentially.
Yeah,
I still gotta watch Mickey 17.
Yeah,
I gotta see that one too. I watched in terms of movie reviews, which I'll be releasing today. I watched Love Hurts on Peacock today.
Oh, what's that about?
With so Kiki Kwan, Mr. from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I believe he was also in Loki.
Oh yeah.
So he plays a realtor who just kind of like is trying to on Valentine's Day is trying to sell these houses and do all these really fun things, and then they do the whole John Wick thing where like you have a past, right? And like his brother's played by Daniel Wu from Into the Badlands, and his brother like basically made him this ultimate killing machine, and like apparently this girl he's interested in was supposed to be dead, but she's not really dead, and so they go on this big adventure where they're trying to get the one guy because he knows they think that he knows where the chick is because the chick basically stole money from the other brother, and it's kind of spy versus spy, brother versus brother, brutal action, a little bit of flair and fun. It's a fun popcorn movie. It's nothing fancy, but I enjoyed it. It's something sitting on Peacock. It was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it because I got interrupted. I'm in the middle of watching the movie called Companion.
I've heard about that one.
It's like where like this girl this girl is with her boyfriend and she's an AI robot, but she doesn't know that she's an AI robot yet. And basically it's kind of like a psychological thriller. It was pretty good. I mean, I didn't get so far, but I'm liking it.
I've heard good things about it, so that's good. I believe
it has the actress that I like in it, Sophie Thatcher.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I heard I heard big news about Fallout yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what's going on with that?
Apparently, so they're saying it's gonna have a premiere date in December for season 2, and that season 3 is also confirmed. So that they seem like they're fast tracking, like they clearly have a plan where they know they're gonna give us season 2, but they think we're gonna like season 2 so much that we're gonna get season 3.
Wow.
So
I did see that there's it's not a lot, but like a picture of the Spider Noir film.
Oh, so I was gonna talk about that. That's another topic we got to talk about because there's a YouTube conversation we have to have about it.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
So Sony decided to do what Sony does, and Sony loves the Sony, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Boy, here we go.
Sony dropped the trailer on the account, but this is being released by Prime.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So a bunch of my buddies and a bunch of big YouTubers covered this. There's a trailer that came out for this, but it's not technically properly released. And so when I plan to cover this, I'm not going to show the footage of the trailer until. Oh, is this Underground's joining us? Cool. Hey, Underground.
Hey, yo, what's up?
And so basically, they dropped this trailer, but it's not dropped by Prime, right?
Yeah.
And so some YouTubers covered it and showed the footage. When they covered it and showed the footage, Prime got big mad and copyright strikes galore.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's crazy.
Because it's not officially released. So if Prime doesn't release it and it's a Prime show, I guess even though Sony technically owns the Spider-Man rights, I guess that's not good enough because it's not from the actual source.
Oh no.
So people were getting in trouble for it. Yes.
Yeah, I already heard that
Ugh.
there was a bad Sony did a bad Until Dawn video I'm not movie based on the video game.
Yeah, some people
Yeah,
like
I ain't seen
it.
that.
It was mixed. It was mixed.
Yeah, it was
It's
mixed.
the
Yeah.
problem is that it's the same title as the video game, but the story
Yeah.
does not match at all.
Also,
That's what I'm saying. If it was a different name, it probably would have been a lot better.
Also, did you
Yeah.
see the new pictures that came out for Lilo and Stitch yesterday?
No, I did not see.
I did not see them. No.
Jumbo looks bad.
Yeah,
Who?
I don't really care for Disney live action remakes anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's I wouldn't mind if they did a Little Mermaid 2.
But this is one you wanted to. This is one you wanted to see still, right? Like you like.
Lilo and Stitch, not really. I mean, I'm willing to see it. It looks better than Snow White.
Wait, who
but,
looks bad?
Oh, Jumbo.
Jumbo. Oh.
But the Grand Councilwoman looks great. Pleakley looks great. I am a little worried about they're not showing Gantu, and I'm worried it's going to have the Little Mermaid third act problem. Where you remember in the Little Mermaid when they had big like scary Ursula like from the
Yeah, I will say my only critique about the Little Mermaid 2 live action is that I feel like the plot was rushed.
Oh yeah, not only the plot was rushed.
Yeah.
My problem with the Little Mermaid one was that we didn't have that Flotsam and Jetsam. We had them, but they didn't speak.
Oh, that too. And I also thought
Damn.
I did think they added this addition to like, you know, when Ariel she's human but she can't speak, they try to give her like memory loss. I felt like that didn't add anything to like the struggle.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
also like why would she have memory loss but also like of how she's trying to stay human, but the
Yeah.
whole point is that she's trying to get the prince to kiss her.
That's a fun thing you brought up, Underground. He does kind of look weird. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those designs, but yeah, it's weird with Disney live action. I still have yet to see Snow White, so that's fun. But I'll probably see Lilo and Stitch. It's weird that Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible are coming out the same week, because both movies have different audiences that are going to go see it. You're going to get the kids that are definitely going to... That's the other thing that's really interesting is even though we might not be that interested in things, right now the biggest market that's really doing well right now is, and you can see this even though the reviews for it were horrible, the Minecraft movie was making so much money
Oh yeah.
because of the fun vibe and because it's appealing to teens and children.
Oh yeah. I saw it twice.
And so the same is going to happen with... I think you're going to get the same thing that happens with... Lilo and Stitch because the kids element and families, and especially because it comes out on a holiday because it comes out on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get the situation of with Superman, you get that family aspect, but I think Superman will actually be a genuinely good movie, maybe even great.
Yeah.
And tomorrow will prove us just how good it's gonna be. So because the trailer comes out, and this is the first. The thing that's important to remember is we had a teaser. This is the first real trailer we're getting of this.
Yeah, with the action scenes, probably like lines and stuff.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah,
there was promos that are kind of teasing. I do think the marketing campaigns are kind of genius. Like they know what they're doing. A lot of people are complaining about it, but
yeah,
they're totally using crypto as kind of the Baby Yoda model.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the like milk bone.
Oh, you saw the Mopon ad?
Yeah.
Oh, people were throwing a fit over Mr. Terrific playing with crypto, and crypto was jumping up and
I
down.
liked it. People
And you know what's
Yeah.
stupid? They were doing this stupid thing where they're comparing like a serious shot from Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm like,
Oh
it's
my
a
gosh,
commercial.
bro. These
It's
guys.
not a trailer.
I'm gonna say
It's
this. I need to say this to these Snyder fans because these guys are just like, I don't understand. Like,
They don't like fun and joy.
I
Because
the
we
thing
dark
is,
grim.
the one thing I've always said about DC, I do respect when it gets serious, it gets serious within the superhero film. They do a better job with it than Marvel does at times.
Yeah, Marvel
because-
doesn't know how to do that. So
you know what I
that's-
mean? That's the thing. And when it comes to Superman, bro, he is the man of the people. Like Superman can be comedic, but it's just how you do it. And also he's friendly. He's someone who's like a light. Like this is it. I'm not saying it's not gonna get at some point when we see Apocalypse and that's when it's gonna get dark. We know it's gonna get dark from that.
That's the point of this
Other
movie.
than that,
and James,
even with Lex Luthor, it's still light. It's still going to be a light tone.
One thing that DC has that Marvel doesn't have is when DC wants to get dark. When you think of like as great as like Infinity War, as great as like Endgame is, and as great as like Doomsday and all those other things that they've done. Whenever, what if Doomsday is good? That is, I'm saying like when it comes to DC, you're gonna get actual Marvel. Kevin Feige always said he wanted to make things different and make different tones, but we never really got that with some of these movies.
Yeah.
It was just comedy and jokes. Where like DC has a real opportunity of Clayface is going to come out. It's going to be horror focused.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Cool.
For that.
That's
like,
dope.
I'm like,
did
That's
you
what we
see-
saw.
Sorry. Speaking of horror, there's a new Conjuring movie coming.
Yeah, I
out.
heard.
I'm seeing
I heard
it.
we got a trailer for that. I
I'm
heard that
seeing
was
it.
happening.
Yeah, I watched.
The last one was decent. About this one because it's
I
the
like
final one. I don't
it
know.
was decent. And then you got the other thing is you got to remember. We were talking about it before you came in, but I don't remember if you finished season 1 of Peacemaker, Kenna.
I did
But-
not.
But
I
season
think I've
2,
only seen
the trailer for season 2 really kind of builds in that we're getting connections from both Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
Also, they're showing this is going to happen right after Superman because Guy Gardner, Green Lantern,
Oh yeah, I did see
and
that.
Hawkgirl and James Gunn's brother as Max Lord. And also keep in mind the previous person to play Max Lord was Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that people are going crazy over that version of the character when that character didn't do as much as this character is going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Like my thing is like these Snyder fans, bro, they need to stop in it. Like Zack Snyder's done what he's done with Superman.
Yeah.
I respect what he did with the Man of Steel because a lot of people say that's a really bad film. I don't think it's a bad film. I think it's good for what it was, especially how it was.
I think Snyder's only bad DC films were when he did like the team up.
Yeah, the team up stuff. Yeah, I mean,
But Man of Steel was good. When it was just Superman, it was pretty good.
if people want like a serious tone, go and watch Lois and Superman.
The thing about Man of Steel is a good movie. It's not a good Superman movie.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
and that's the problem. Zack Snyder, as a creative, we can respect his artistic vision. He does not know Superman. Like Henry Cavill, great actor. He cast a good actor. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
But he did not know how to tell a Superman story. He did not know how to Superman is not supposed to, just like Chris said, your first Superman movie should not be dark and gritty.
Yeah,
no, shouldn't be.
No, because I'm sick of
Superman
the evil Superman trope.
Yeah.
It's been overdone.
That's what I'm saying. And the thing is,
And
even
the
with
boys
like
did it better. Homelander was better than anything that they ever tried to do with evil Superman.
basically, you know what I mean? And even with like Lex Luthor being in the movie as well, I'm sorry, but even like it still can be light toned. It can still be that.
Yeah, even though they make him seem like he's really dark for this movie, you can still have a light tone. Like, I think they're setting themselves off great because you got Nicholas Hoult, you got a big actor in this movie, you got a lot of new people that we don't see.
I'm actually starting to question if a lot of people are Superman fans and if they've actually read the comics and cartoons.
I don't think they did, honestly.
I don't think they have because it's like
I didn't get into like an argument, but I saw I made a comment being like people who are complaining that Superman is too colorful have clearly never seen a comic book.
Yeah,
because a comic book is colorful. It's art.
And there was literally what was it called? There was literally I saw there was a thing earlier today where they were posting before the trailer that we were posting a lot more information about like early reactions, and a lot of people are praising. I don't know how big his role is, but a lot of people are saying that in terms of the supporting characters, Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner really stands out, which makes me happy because we're gonna see him in 2 more appearances after this because he's in Peacemaker right after Superman. And I don't know how much he'll be in Peacemaker, but he's at least in a little bit of it. But I know he's in a lot of Lanterns because in Lanterns you have Jon Stewart, Aaron Pierre, and you have and I'll be honest, out of all the projects in DC right now, well, I think I'll enjoy Superman. I see Lanterns being the project that's gonna tell Marvel that they should pack their bags. I I think Lanterns.
definitely.
I think Lanterns is going to be the thing that says DC is back and they're ready to be king.
Yeah,
But-
I think Green Lantern's gonna be the biggest comeback, especially the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah,
you know?
especially that
Yeah, of course, yeah, definitely
good
see
Lantern
that.
project that like Chris says, if you think of like how good Superman is for like the true Superman fans of like being fun, having a fun vibe, right?
Yeah.
Lanterns will be very intergalactic, but it's also going to have a lot kind of almost like I've heard it's got kind of a detective vibe to it.
Oh yeah, I can understand.
Different.
that.
Well, it will be nice to have like a good sci-fi show.
Yeah,
and
I
it would
we
be
haven't
very
gotten
cool.
it in a long
I think
time.
it's going to be very cool. They invested a
man.
lot of time into it. It seems like they really know what they're doing. I was really
Like-
happy that I got my pick for who I thought should be Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
So the fact that I predicted that, I thought, well, this
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the actor they chose, but I said, well, I think he looks fine. Like, what's the
I'm
problem?
just really excited because I grew up watching the Justice League cartoon, and it was Jon Stewart's Green Lantern with Hawkgirl.
I'm glad they're
That
finally,
is
and you
the
know what's
apparel.
great? They have Hawk. You know what I think is crazy? People love to hate on the character of Hawkgirl. Like
Yeah.
when,
She's
when
just
the-
underutilized.
when the trailer for Peacemaker came out, when they saw
Yeah.
her again, people were hating on her because James Gunn, the way he writes dialogue and stuff, not all the humor lands for people. But
Yeah.
I found it quite hilarious in the thing where they're talking behind Peacemaker's back while Peacemaker is literally talking about like his special skills and what qualifies him for being a team, and they're like ignoring him. And then Nathan Fillion and her have this really good back and forth. Because if you know, one of the reasons I'm so excited about Guy Gardner is we're living in a really great age right now. Where if you've seen Thunderbolts proves that you can make lovable assholes, right?
Yeah.
Like John Walker has gone from being the most hated person on the planet to being like
Love now.
a lovable dick. I remember me and Jake were having a conversation after we saw Thunderbolts. Some people were talking to me like, I really didn't like John Walker in Thunderbolts. He was such a dick. I'm like, but then they're bringing him towards this redemption arc, and you love that he's this kind of dick, and it just works. And like with Guy Gardner, if you guys know anything about Guy Gardner from the comics, this dude is a giant tool. Like this guy is picking fights with Batman. I hope they don't kill his character off before he meets the new Batman, because I need that brave and the bold energy in this new DC universe. You know what I'm talking about? Kenna, do you remember when you watched Brave and the Bold?
Yeah. I'm really hoping that James Gunn. So we Matt Reeves Batman. He's like all black.
Yeah.
dark, gritty. I'm really hoping that this band, obviously more serious and scary like Batman is usually portrayed, but I'm really hoping for the colorful like gray and blue.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the blue cowl. I'm really
Serious,
hoping for the blue
like
one.
serious but deadpan humor.
Yeah.
I think he should have some sort of humor, because I think that Batman, this is the universe where Batman can have that kind of like. Snyder did it all wrong with the humor. Like I know Joss Whedon tried to do humor with him in.
Yeah, that didn't work.
The problem is they tried to make Batman too much like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
would
you
just
can't.
make Batman funny in the sense, like I thought they did it brilliant in the Batman where you had
The thumb drive.
the thumb drive thing was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
that type of humor really works where you get just that kind of subtle things. And you see Batman kind of being, but I think that's what's great about a character like Guy Gardner, because Guy Gardner will really push Batman's buttons.
Yeah, for real.
And I know, a lot of
see
people have
beefing,
made
bro.
fun of, I know a lot of people have made fun of his hair, like during the Super Bowl, all they gave us for promotion.
Yeah, but that's how it
His
is,
hair's
though.
bad.
But that's how he is.
That's how he is. That's how
Yeah.
it is. So.
He's accurate. And honestly, a lot of I'll be honest. I know that James Gunn has a good history with Nathan Fillion, but when you think of like actors that could portray that kind of asshole, I don't think you could get someone on if you're not getting Nathan Fillion. Like I think Nathan Fillion is perfect for that role. Like not a lot of people know about Nathan Fillion because he's not like he's known, but like he's only known if you've seen Firefly or if you've watched some of the other like stuff. Like he had a cameo in James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
On he does a bit on Big Mouth, right? So on Big Mouth he plays this character where he basically just plays himself. It's hilarious. And then in which that show is actually coming to an end. I think 2 weeks from now, maybe even this week. But he's also in the show that most people are familiar with. He's the lead star, The Rookie.
Yeah.
So like, so he's kind of a big kind of a big deal. But I think like anybody who knows anything about Guy Gardner, I'm just really hoping, even in a fun-lighted movie, I really hope to see Guy Gardner. Like if they're saying he's so great in this movie, I hope he's so great to the fact that even in a movie with these kind of Justice League type characters, like one thing I'm really hopeful for is, even though I loved Aaron, I loved a lot of the character iterations, I'm so hoping for a good Mr. Terrific in this movie.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
same.
I really
same.
want to see a good Mr.
Same.
Terrific. Because Arrow, they made him too whiny and then focused on him.
Yeah, no,
Gay, oh, I got to see
man.
my husband and my boyfriend, and like you can have that to the characters you want, that's fine. But don't make that all your character is.
Yeah.
Like he needs to be cool. He needs to be like he's wearing the fair play jacket. He's an awesome character. And I think that this is gonna be the real opportunity for DC to really shine with some of these more unknown characters and really get to play around with some of the fun stuff. Like I still think James Gunn is the only one that can make a good scary Condiment King. I still want to see Condiment King as a real.
I really can't believe I said that as a joke. That I'm like, what if they did Condiment King? And now you're all like serious for it.
I'm telling you, it's James Gunn's MO though. He does this. He can take the like I'm telling you, like I could see them doing it with Kite Man too, just like the Harley Quinn show. But
Oh yeah, Kite Man, yeah.
I'd rather see it with Condiment King because they made
I
him.
would like a Music Meister personally.
That'd be cool. I think Music Meister would be cool. I'd like to see just some of these more obscure characters be utilized in that way. I think one of the things that made me kind of turn around on the Condiment King thing was in the Suicide Squad, the fact that they made us take Polka Dot Man seriously when his name is Polka Dot Man.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a pretty big deal. So if you can make Polka Dot Man serious, I think you can make pretty much anybody serious. I mean, I think you either do it two ways. You either make Condiment King scary in the DCU and do it well, or you let Matt Reeves take Condiment King over to James Gunn and make him into a serial killer. And just, I don't know how you would do it, but I feel like Matt Reeves and James Gunn might be the only ones that can make that.
I rewatched the animated Batman series, and I got to that episode of Condiment King, and I'm pretty sure the plot was like he was kind of brainwashed.
Okay.
So, like, I think they can do something like that. Like I think Condiment King, if I remember, it's been a while, but I think the plot was like he was this failed comedian, and then he was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of the cool stuff they could do. I heard a rumor. I wonder what I heard about Peacemaker, even though we just saw it, and I don't know if you guys know about this yet. Apparently, I don't know how many, because the trailer doesn't reveal everything. I think we might get live action Clayface before the Clayface movie happens.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
I heard
that'd be
something about
cool.
Clayface and Peacemaker.
Oh, okay.
And I was laughing because if you guys watched Peacemaker, Rick Flag Sr. got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because imagine if they do it twice. Imagine if
I think they would.
imagine if they do something like, because Peacemaker has that kind of humor. Imagine they do the freaking what's it called, the Lethal Weapon, where he just like looks at him, and like starts kind of shrugging his shoulders. Gosh dang it! I really have to do this again. I'm getting too old for this shit. just imagine him getting mad because they're really doing a good job. I think the idea, the angle they got, like I'm really hoping they really build up the tension for those two because they set it up in Creature Commandos, but we didn't know if they were going to go all out with their interaction because we know that Flag knows that Peacemaker killed his son. Now we know from the trailer that Peacemaker knows that Flag's daddy is mad. So I'm really curious to see how James Gunn handles that between those two characters because the trailer makes it seem like they're doing the thing where instead of Amanda Waller, I don't know if we'll get Amanda Waller in this universe, but it looks like Argus belongs to Rick Flag Sr. now, which is kind of interesting.
Well, wait, isn't Amanda Waller already in Creature Commandos?
She was.
Yeah, she was.
But I wonder if they took Argus away from her now, and now she has a different role because they're doing a Waller show. I think that's supposed to be set between. Before
is that live action or animated?
I think it was live action. It was planned to be. But there's actually a lot of things that changed because I know they're doing that Sergeant Rock movie, but they right now because they're trying to focus so heavily on getting Superman done and all the other stuff,
Yeah.
they put that project on pause.
Mm.
So I'm sure what they're doing is they're just trying to have a good plan. I guess James Gunn is writing something new right now. A lot of people believe it's going to be either like put Superman 2 like in a world finest scenario where they bring Batman and Superman together, or it's going to be like more like kind of a Justice League, not Justice League movie, but like kind of like Justice League characters, or like they're bringing together different elements and like kind of putting them together and playing around with different avenues. Like we'll have to see what they do, but
Yeah.
it's clear he has a plan. I mean, we're gonna get to Justice League eventually, so
Eventually it will happen.
it's definitely gonna happen.
Well, I'm just glad that I'm pretty sure since Damian is already born and kind of older, that the Teen Titans are also already older.
Well, that movie's already greenlit, so
Yeah, and,
they're doing a Titan.
Yeah.
I'll be
and
right
I'm
back.
just that means Dick Grayson's gonna be Nightwing.
That'll be cool. It's about time they did a Teen Titans movie, man. That's been long overdue. I'm just wondering who's gonna play Nightwing. Starfire.
I hope he gets a good girl for Starfire and Raven.
Yeah.
I feel like those are easy to mess up or miscast, I guess.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what they do.
Oh, I kind of forget that Cyborg was even in the Snyder Justice League.
Yeah, he was there. That's what I'm saying, because it was just like, I still don't know why he was in that. I was just like, why is he here? Kind of thing.
It's just like random because
Yeah.
I do understand that in certain storylines he was a part of the Justice League team, that he
Yeah.
was older and he wasn't in the Teen Titans, but it just makes more sense for him to be in the Teen Titans.
Yeah,
Especially since they still made him a teen in the movie because he was a football high school player.
Yeah.
I think the reason they did it in that movie is because they wanted to do how do I put this? They were so fixated on the new 52 run of the comics that they really wanted, because there's comic book storylines.
I also got the vibe of like, especially with the Flash 2, I feel like Snyder was trying to push like their friendship, like how Beast Boy and Cyborg is, but they replaced Beast Boy with the Flash, and it just didn't work.
I definitely think we'll get real Cyborg on the real Teen Titans this time. I think James Gunn is smart enough to not let that mistake happen again, because I think he realizes that that's going to happen. I'm interested to see, like, hopefully they'll have a good cast for it. I'm sure Beast Boy. They were working on that movie for a while, so I don't know. Like, I think the script's pretty much done. So I don't remember in release order when we'll get Teen Titans.
Yeah.
But I'd assume it will be after Brave and the Bold, just because, like, I heard rumors, because the one thing that makes me curious is I heard rumors for a while that even though you have Nightwing, that Damian would also be on it as Robin. So I'd expect we probably have to wait, but maybe we get it first. Maybe they don't have Damian, and maybe they save Damian for a sequel or something.
Yeah.
No, we'll
I
see.
did hear it might be the Nightwing Teen Titans in it, so they might be a little older stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we know Nightwing is going to be leading it. We know Dick's not going to be Robin. We know he'll be Nightwing. So that would make sense. I think they're just going to skip over all the Robin stuff with Dick because everyone's seen.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much seen it. Yeah.
I know they're doing that puppeteering project, the Dynamic Duo. And
the animated film?
What did you say?
Like the Spider-Verse, but Robin.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
It sounds like they have a pretty good idea for it. They seem like they worked on it really cool. Like,
I mean, I'll check it out, but I'm just not so sure.
I don't know. I think everything that DC is doing is pretty much right now. There's no decision that the DC's made so far that I see is an issue. Yeah. I think they're pretty much on the right track. Like, you know, their biggest issue right now, I think, is just the long wait for the Batman 2. But I think once that's out, a lot of people will be happy with it.
I think the wait's going to be worth it.
Yeah, I do too. I just wish we were waiting. There's like they could give us the Penguin season 2 or something else while we're waiting. If we have to be so impatient.
Yeah.
But they pushed the whole. Well, after the Penguin, we got to go back to the Batman, and Penguin's gonna be in the Batman, and we might have
Yeah.
We might have Sophia in the Batman 2. So like it's like they kind of already set themselves up to focus so hard on the Batman 2, which is fine. But if we had to wait this long, I wouldn't mind doing another spinoff. Or well, yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe if we're not doing Penguin, maybe we could do another character in between. Maybe like a Catwoman show explaining her whereabouts of like what's going on in between Batman 1 and 2. That'd be kind of cool. Selena Kyle getting her own show. I wouldn't mind.
Or like another rogue villain. Another
Yeah, they could set someone else up. I wonder who would be worthy enough to get their own show.
I think maybe like Scarecrow or Mr. Pig or.
That'd be cool. It'd be interesting if more character like that got a show. I wonder what they would do with the character, especially if it's a lesser known villain that people don't know about as much.
Like Mr. Pig. Well, Mr. Pig is a serial killer, so it could be like.
But how do you sell that as Mr. Pig as like a protagonist in his own show? Like, how do you sell?
Well, like kind of like hold on, I'm thinking, like Dexter, you know, where like it's, or like God, like you're just watching the perspective of the villain, which has been done before many times. Where like there's a horror movie where it's through the perspective of the slasher.
That's true.
So I think it can be done where the premise is that you're just watching him. Obviously, make it more interesting than that, but just watching him be crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Jake says, I feel the third Conjuring movie was the weakest of the three.
You know, I guess number 3. I mean, I really like number 2. I don't really care for some of the Annabelle films. I feel like the Annabelle is kind of.
I like number 2. I just hate that number 2 pushed us so heavily into The Nun, and The Nun wasn't good.
Yeah, The Nun's not good.
Yeah.
I would rather have just done Conjuring 2 and then focus all our time on making Conjuring 3
and
good.
You know, and the last one, what was it? The Devil Made Me Do It. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really groundbreaking either.
Yeah, same. I watched one in the cinema. I was just like,
do you think this fourth one will be better?
Yeah, I don't know. It really for me when it comes to horror, like supernatural horror, it has to be done in a very specific way to make me scared because I feel like it gets overdone.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, a demon.
Well, you'll definitely enjoy it more than you'll enjoy the next Terrifier.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there's gonna be a Black Phone 2, which I find interesting.
I heard that it was just because of how successful it was, but maybe they haven't planned. I hope it turns out good. I mean, we get too often these sequels are planned because one movie was successful and then they don't have a good story. Yeah. So hopefully they really did some thinking and made a good story. Because I think that first movie was so good. So they have to really, really make a reason for why a sequel has to exist.
Especially because I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but I feel like the way that the first movie ended, I don't know how they're gonna continue it.
That's true.
Unless it's with like a whole another group of characters.
Maybe they do a different group. Maybe that's the point of the sequel. Maybe the point is like that they are gonna focus on something different.
Hopefully, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
I will say, I saw another horror thing. What was it? I can't remember. Oh, I don't really care. I used to be obsessed with, like, you know, the It movies. But, like, I don't really know about this Derry. Welcome Back to Derry. Like,
the thing that makes me really frustrated is I was really excited about it because I think if you read the books, I think one thing that I think would be really fun is, and I hope that this is what they do with this show, is the idea of, in the movie, we saw Pennywise at a form where he was used to being around.
Yeah.
I want to see Bill Skarsgård does such a good job as Pennywise. I didn't watch it yet, Jake. I'm going to watch it after this stream. But so I was going to say, with Pennywise, I really want to see like what it was like for him in his prime. Like when he first gets to Earth, if they're going to bring the element that, you know, it is an alien. right?
Yeah.
If they go that angle,
Like they bring the turtle in, and
yeah, I want to see the beginning of, like, you know how they showed it. I think it was, I forget if it was It Chapter 1 or It Chapter 2, where they were doing the investigations. They said he's been here since like the 1800 early plagues.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him hiding in plain sight, and like what forms did he take back in the day? And like we know he feasts on children, but he didn't always just feast on children, because he went after the adults too.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the sequel, he would have, even though we had Stanley basically commit suicide, if he didn't, I'm pretty sure Pennywise would have found a way to eat him. He would have found a way to get him, like, because he was the weakest of all of them. So I feel like that if he would have succeeded, he would have wanted to eat all of them, no matter what, whether they're kids or not. So I would like to see. Was it always just kids he went after because it was so vulnerable, or what other people did he try to manipulate? Because, you know, the thing with the kids thing is we see them grow up to go from kids to being adults. But did he target specifically just kids, or was he going after adults as well from the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wonder. And so my only hesitation with this show is the fact that we don't know much about it, because we were supposed to get a trailer by now. We didn't get a trailer. I think they pushed it to next year. And the thing that makes me worried about it is I'm very concerned, because it makes me nervous, because I feel Andy Muschietti is too spread out right now.
Yeah.
Like, because of the Flash movie, for whatever reason, well, it wasn't super well directed. For whatever reason, James Gunn, everyone saw potential in Andy Muschietti, what he did with Batman in those movies. So he thinks there's a good mind in making a Batman movie there.
Mm-hmm.
I would first get a fresh director and get someone better that maybe knows Batman a little better. Now, right now, I feel like the best person to know Batman that we've seen so far is Matt Reeves, and I don't want to have him jump over because he's doing the Batman stuff. But I hope we could find someone that knows like old Batman, like, you know, understanding the lore, understanding the comics, maybe even some of the cartoons, stuff like that would be fantastic. Because I just don't know if, just because Andy Muschietti played with Michael Keaton and played with Ben Affleck a little bit, I don't think that qualifies him for being the best guy to direct a Batman movie, especially when it's going to be connected with the Bat family and have deep lore. And
yeah,
I don't know if that's necessarily going to be his thing. And I feel like the problem is he's so stuck between working on Welcome to Derry because he wanted to commit to that project, but he also got to we can't wait too long getting Brave and the Bold out, because people are going to want, Creature Commandos teased Batman. They can't make us wait that long to see Batman. Like,
yeah, no, for real.
So I feel like that's what makes me worried, is I feel like he's too split. And I feel like we need someone that's going to be definitively committed to our big project. And I feel like if you are going to be, DC is going to take a lot of your time. So if you're committing to a DC project, I think you should not be having other projects in between working on that DC project, because you should be focusing your time and energy making the script. That's the other thing I'm getting a little hesitant about. I heard on Matt Reeves' front, I heard that even though they keep claiming they're going to start filming soon, I heard James Gunn hasn't seen the script for the Batman 2. And,
so he's not seen it
That's
yet.
not good.
And that makes me worried. James Gunn is, you guys remember, even though he's in charge of the DCU, he's supposed to be working with Matt and all these other Elseworld creators. Any DC goes through him. So before they even start filming, he should be greenlighting the script. Not that Matt Reeves probably wrote a bad script, but you know, it still needs to be checked out, and we need to know that James Gunn has seen it and stamped his approval on it. So that's a problem that he hasn't seen it yet. Because I've heard from both, I believe it was Andy Serkis. They both said that they claim they've read it, that it exists. But James Gunn hasn't. And that's concerning to me.
Yeah, we gotta hear from this something at some point, man, because
Maybe it's getting rewritten. I don't know.
I mean, it was supposed to during the writer's strike, and then it seemed like they had a good idea and they were ready to roll with it, and then we keep hearing all these weird back and forth. Like with all these rumors going around, I wish we could just get something. I wish Matt Reeves could come out and do an interview.
Yeah.
Something could happen because I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, some sort of like hope, glimmer of hope.
Yeah, because I'm not worried about him leaving the project, but I am worried about it getting moved again.
Yeah, because they said at latest 2028 or something like that. So.
Yeah, like right now it's supposed to come out in 2027, but they're saying that there was a rumor that it could go to 2028.
Yeah,
but it's not been confirmed yet. And I think the thing that scared me is if it was true that Matt was going to leave, even though it's not. I was getting really scared because I have the opinion that if Matt Reeves doesn't do the Batman 2, then we shouldn't get the Batman 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Because I think the Batman it's a good standalone anyway. So
yeah, so I just don't think like if it isn't. I don't see, even though there's other great creators and other great directors, Matt Reeves started this. So if he did walk away from this, they need to scrap it immediately.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that another director will have his vision and his ideas, and I just don't think that they can do that. You can bring a new director to Batman in like the sense of like the Brave and the Bold and stuff, but with this universe that he created, he's solely responsible for it.
Yeah.
So if they announce that they say that that he can't do it for whatever reason, mental health gets seriously. There's rumor that he has cancer. I've heard floating around. It's not confirmed, but it's been talked about.
I think cancer is like the extreme, you know.
Yeah, that's what I think they're pushing to because we've heard nothing.
Yeah.
But there's no solid evidence of that being true. Like, I've heard it's just probably mental stuff. Like, I've heard it's just he's probably struggling in his life as much as everyone is. Yeah. So, but if it is really cancer, that's going to take things in a serious turn. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
So I hope it's not cancer for him because that would suck.
No.
But they got to also at the same time, they got to give us something soon. They got to at least give us an update, an announcement because, we're moving through this year. I know that, yes, obviously 2026, it's not going to come out until 2027, but they're going to start filming soon. And when they start filming, then it's going to become real. And if it becomes real and then we're not getting any updates on it, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because even though I don't trust Production Weekly, it is weird that Production Weekly's job is to show what a production list of people involved with the movie, and his name wasn't on it. So which I do find funny. Like I'm not saying I trust Production Weekly, but their job is to literally show lists of like when people are getting ready to film.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Be there. And it's weird that his name was not mentioned.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. So, now I'm hoping that it is just like people are saying they're debunking it. Now, the one thing that kind of worries me is I don't know James Gunn personally, so I don't know if James Gunn is one of those people where I hope he's not pulling a Kevin Feige. I hope he's not sitting on his hands and going like this is already kind of falling apart and he's just not feeling like it's time to say that yet.
Yeah.
Because as much as I trust him, I'm a little worried because sometimes like people, they keep denying it and they keep saying things. And then I have to go, oh, thanks, Underground. Have a great day, man. But it's like, yeah, it's very concerning because it's like, oh, what are we gonna do if, when's the time to announce this? I just worry they don't. My fear is that the reason they put Sergeant Rock on pause and that we're having not hearing anything about the Batman or the Batman 2 is because they are obviously putting all their stake into Superman, but I'm a little worried that DC is starting to get cold feet and they're worried that if this doesn't make money, then everything's kind of over. So now I don't think we have to worry about that, but I have kind of that thought has crossed my mind.
Yeah, it could happen, yeah.
Yeah, because it is pretty weird that I thought that I know people don't like to see. I know James Gunn wants to calculate his plans. He wants to plan things, but James Gunn has made many statements that they made so many plans for the universe,
Yeah.
and it's been a while since we got an update on the slate and what's coming.
Yeah, I will say I
Hmm.
think like not like it could lean towards like I think James Gunn has so many ideas that he wants to do, but then he's like overwhelming himself, being a little too ambitious.
Yeah, that's probably a concern. I could see that happening. Actually, that's I
And
just
I think he means well, but also I think he's like, and also just like with the expectations of everybody else, because everybody's
I saw
expecting him to fail, and he's trying to prove to everyone that he won't fail.
Hmm.
Which I don't think he will, but he is
I
kind
think
of.
what he needs to do really right now is what, and this is, I mean, actually approve of this strategy. I think it's actually a good thing that we're probably not hearing anything because maybe what he is trying to do is he really is, even though the movie's done, maybe he's still been doing a lot of editing and maybe he just is really locking down Superman, making sure that script was done.
It's done
Right.
good,
Well,
yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm also glad he's not like rapid fire. Oh, we're doing this is next, because then the fans wouldn't be able to breathe. And then it
He
would be
clearly
too-
learned from watching Marvel of all the failures that they made.
Yeah.
He clearly knows his stuff, and he clearly knows that even if he has ambitious plans, he made his whole rule about not announcing anything until the script is done for it, and he's so far he's living up to that. I feel because we could have, if this was at Marvel, we'd have 10 projects right now.
Oh yeah.
We're still waiting. I mean, I still have heard mixed things on like I've heard now Blade's canceled to Blade's on pause, where like they're saying it's on pause because it's like
My days.
it's like they're saying it's on pause because they're like, oh, we don't know if it fits in with our multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
So it's over.
I don't know, man. I think it's actually no. Funny enough, there was that new there is like a new vampire movie that's being announced and stuff. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're announcing these new vampire stuff and whatever, you might as well just people are right. You might as well just give it to Ryan Coogler and let him see what he can do with Blade, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give
I'm good with the other stuff.
something.
Why not? I mean, and honestly, I'll say this: as much as I like Ryan Coogler, there was a talk I was having earlier in the stream, but I think you were busy when you popped up chat.
Yeah.
Where, right now I've heard the future of the X-Men, even though the Russo brothers produced it, the future of the X-Men is looking a toss-up between two directors.
Yeah.
It's Marvel wants Coogler to do it because they know Coogler is successful.
Yeah.
Really, you just saw it? How did you go see it early? That's good to hear. But with Coogler, so they want Coogler because he's done so much good things for Marvel. But then right now, because Thunderbolts is a big hit for Marvel, they're also saying that they think that, especially even though he's a younger guy and he hasn't done a lot, some people think that the guy that did Thunderbolts, because he handled all the tones, they think he could make
No. I'm gonna say no right now because I think X-Men is such a complicated. X-Men is way better, objectively better than the Avengers. I've not seen Thunderbolts yet, so I can't really say. But I think from what I know is that it's very like, kind of, like mental health, right, and other stuff too. Well, X-Men.
He made Thunderbolts original. Like it feels like its own thing. It doesn't.
But I mean, like the meaning and the message, right, is about like mental health, correct?
Yeah, it's got more than that though. It's deeper than that.
I understand that it's deeper than that, and then I have not seen it yet. However, I think X-Men. I think is also like way more serious than just mental health. Like it's about bigotry and discrimination.
Yeah.
All time.
I just feel that he's handled the way he handled Thunderbolts. I feel he definitely has potential to handle something of that skill.
I just feel like maybe it should be him and then a co-director.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's going to do it alone. Like I said, the Russos are going to produce it. Is what Marvel's planning because Marvel is banking all their eggs into the Russos. And so, honestly, to be fair, whoever directs it won't matter because
That's
Marvel thinks that the Russos being back is going to be the thing.
They
That-
think,
chance,
they
yeah.
think it's gonna save them, and I don't know.
I'm iffy on it. I don't know if it will.
I don't think it will either. Can I
Hmm.
say? Can I? Speaking of X-Men, can I? I don't know. I feel like this is a hot take. I'm kind of I'm not kind of. I'm disappointed that Hugh Jackman is coming back to renew the role as Wolverine.
Well,
No,
we
I can understand. I can
And
understand.
it's because, like, don't give me like the. It's funny because, like, you know, the joke that they make, like, oh, you're doing this until you're 90.
yeah.
I just feel like I don't mind him coming back for like a variant cameo from time to time, but I don't think he should come back full force as the official Wolverine. I think that it should have either been recast Henry Cavill, have him be Wolverine rather than like Captain
Well, they
Britain.
still have the cavalry and stuff, so they can still do stuff.
Yeah,
with
they
that.
can still do that.
Or you have Laura, who's more adult. She's grown
Yeah.
up now, and you
Yeah.
have her be the new Wolverine.
The
just feel
problem
that's
is-
better.
Yeah.
The problem is right now when it comes to Wolverine, there is a lot of in the world right now that even though they are females in Marvel is a very taboo subject right now. And
I think, but here's the thing: people loved her in Logan, and people loved
yes,
her.
they loved her as her own character. If you put her in that suit, I don't
She's-
think
But here's the
we
thing:
have-
she already has his powers.
right.
So
But
Yeah.
it's different when you label her. She's X-23. That's great.
Yeah.
You say that she's Wolverine, then you open up.
I feel like people won't. I feel like with her, I understand like when it comes to Shuri, making Shuri the Black Panther is not really great idea. But knowing that Logan loves Laura as his daughter, even though she's technically a clone, I
Yeah.
feel like people would understand the mantle passing and would respect that more.
I think the reason why they're not
Yeah.
doing any of that stuff right now is because what they're playing. I've heard that the new X-Men stuff they're doing, Wolverine isn't going to be a part of it a lot.
Oh
So-
yeah, no. Which is
so
good because
I have heard that the only reason it's continued to being Hugh Jackman is because Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are going to make more like after Secret Wars. It's going to be more Deadpool movie adventures.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's
So-
not.
So I think they're going to, even though he could appear alongside the other X-Men, I think the closest we get to see Hugh Jackman interact with other X-Men is going to be when he interacts with his old X-Men in Doomsday and Secret Wars. That will probably be the closest you get to that. I don't think.
Yeah.
Would you say, Chris?
Yeah, no, I think because what was you saying? I think with X-23, you kind of have to. I don't have a problem with her being Wolverine, but at the same time, you just have to. It's how everyone kind of perceives Hugh Jackman as, like, obviously the main Wolverine, huge Wolverine. That's obviously we all know and love him by. But I do think that I get where McKenna's coming from about Hugh Jackman coming back, because it's just like I personally wanted someone different, only because like it's just as Hugh Jackman's older, it's just like just get someone younger who loves Wolverine and just keep it like.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem that I'm having with Marvel right now. Is I think that as much as I love these actors, I do think that they are going to. They do think that nostalgia is going to save them.
Yeah, it's not always that.
The problem.
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, even though I don't care that Hugh Jackman is coming back, I'm also at the same time excited to see James Marsden play Cyclops again. But that's
I think that's different though, because with Cyclops we get a real opportunity to do something better.
Yeah, he gets done better. And
Although I am nervous because I do have a feeling that, from what I've been hearing from reports, that even though we're probably going to get a better storyline with him, I'll be honest, I've been hearing more and more reports after those chairs turning, and the Russo brothers said something that makes me really nervous about Doomsday recently.
Yeah.
It's a lot of characters, and when they they haven't confirmed the runtime because they haven't filmed it, but they said that they expect Doomsday to be 2 hours and 39 minutes, and they're saying they want they want Secret Wars to be like Endgame to be 3 hours, which
Wow.
Secret Wars makes sense. I'm worried about the 2 hours. If it's true that it's 2 hours and 39 minutes, that makes me worried because there's a lot of freaking characters in this movie.
Yeah.
There is you have the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and I'm trying to think how I can word this because
The Young Avengers.
well, not just the Young Avengers potentially. I'm talking about because you haven't seen Thunderbolts. I'm trying to dance around the new way that they explained the Thunderbolts aren't the Thunderbolts anymore by the end of the Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dance around it, and I guess for now I'll just call them the Thunderbolts. But so
Yeah, I know what it is. I know it.
yeah, so there's a thing that happens in the movie, kind of where
I think they even revealed it at the premiere after the premiere or something.
I just don't know if she's seen all that stuff online or not.
I've not come across any like spoilers. I've been
Yeah.
You didn't know that they changed their name or anything, or that they have a different team name or anything.
no.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of got the hint that it was like a name change, but I don't know what they changed it to.
Okay, so we'll say Thunderbolts asterisk for now. So you have the Thunderbolts, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Sam Wilson's Avengers. And then of course you got Doctor Doom. He's gonna get a majority of the screen time. And then you have on top of those characters, you have the Wakandans. Most of the Wakandans are coming in, and the Atlanteans, because you have to give Namor something. That's a lot for 2 hours, or for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I know the Russo brothers did it with Infinity War.
But that was different.
Infinity War, they split everyone up, so they were able to handle it.
And it was
This
also only what? It was only the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, so there was 2 teams of Avengers, and they divided them. So they had one Avengers group on Titan, and then the other Avengers group was in Wakanda.
Yeah. They had
And
them separated, yeah.
Yes, that was different. Where we know from what we know of this movie, because it connects to Doom Secret Wars, everyone's going to be all together and clumped up because Doom wants the Avengers and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men to all fight. And it's like, and then they're going to fight Doom eventually. So it's like, that's going to be messy because there's too many characters. And how do you have everyone? We just introduced the Fantastic Four. We just introduced some of these Thunderbolts as a team dynamic. How are we going to be able to make all the screen time matter for them, plus the X-Men being more than cameos, plus whatever else they have? Like, that's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not good.
I don't know. I hope that they're joking about, like, I hope that they're not serious about that 2 hour, 39 minutes runtime. I think it's, honestly, as crazy as it is, I think this is a big enough film they probably should have had. Probably Doomsday and Secret Wars both be 3 hours. Because
I mean that makes sense. Because if you're spending a lot of characters, then yeah.
It's
Unless if they're trying to do like a little, I guess for Secret Wars they could show like a little bit of the continuance
But the
of
problem with Doomsday is,
Doomsday. But
as you saw in Thunderbolt,
Yeah.
we find out the status of the Avengers. Oh, Chosen's here now. We find out the status of the Avengers, but the whole thing is like the characters we introduced, even though we found out the status of the Avengers and Brave New World hinted at it, we know all the characters that were cast in this movie. We know kind of what makes up the Avengers team, but most of these individual characters, because of how Marvel's been handling the newer characters, don't get proper introductions.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to spend that time developing these characters. And in the same sense that we were in the early phases where we got Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, we got to know those characters because their movies had good setup and good plans.
Yeah.
We got something to show us? Okay.
So apparently we actually got a teaser at the upfront for Daredevil season 2.
What kind of teaser? Oh, it's a brief teaser?
So apparently it's featuring a first look at Jessica Jones as well as Daredevil, Wilson Fisk, Punisher.
Okay, so it sounds like it's confirmed that that Jessica will be in season 2. Okay.
yeah, that's cool.
That's nice. So they showed a teaser, but they didn't show but they didn't actually release it to the public. They just at the upfronts they talked about it probably and then showed it to them. But yeah, so I think like we're just discussing, we're all getting a little worried for Doomsday because the Russo brothers said at one point in an interview that they want Doomsday to be like, I think 2 hours and 30 some minutes, and then they want Endgame to be not Endgame, sorry, they want Secret Wars to be 3 hours. And Secret Wars, no problem, that makes sense to me. But Doomsday, they did that whole chair show off, and that's a lot of characters.
I think it should be at least 2 hours and 30 minutes, in my opinion.
Well, that's what we're debating on. They're saying that it will be around that time, but I don't think that's enough.
I feel like I don't think that movie's gonna be 3 hours, but if I had to make a good guess, I think it should be 2 hours and 30 minutes to maybe 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Like they messed up big time already. No matter what runtime they stick with it, unless it's 3 hours.
I don't want this movie. I don't want both of them to be 3 hours. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I love the 3 hours thing, like I think I'm fine with Secret Wars being 3 hours because that's a big thing. Secret Wars is a big thing. I'm not gonna even deny it.
Well, the whole problem is the reason we needed it to be 3 hours is because all these characters are gonna be fighting for screen time, and they made a big mistake because, as you know from Thunderbolts, we now have 2 teams, and now we have the Fantastic Four, and they have to develop this new team because they didn't do crap properly. Even in Shang-Chi, they established him. But all the characters are supposed to get new suits, and they're supposed to develop them, and they're supposed to do more with them, and they don't have enough time because they're supposed to be fighting Doctor Doom, then the X-Men and the Fantastic Four.
I'm just curious how they made Infinity War work. I'm really curious how
this is different, though. We just addressed that. The problem, the difference with Infinity War is they divided them. In this movie, everyone comes together in the same location.
That's the thing, because if they can somehow, even with like maybe the movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes, somehow they make it work, I'll be surprised. Like I'll obviously be surprised because that's shocking.
Some of us are worried because we feel like Marvel is just banking on the Russos to deliver because they delivered previously, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, after Doomsday and after Secret Wars, after Doomsday, after they're both done, it's like what next thing? Because
I heard rumors that the next thing they want to do is Marvel's been pushing You know, we had the whole thing about we've dealt with the mystical side of the MCU. We've dealt with a lot of the on Earth stuff, and even though we had the Guardians film, we haven't gone full cosmic. So I've heard that they want to do like Annihilus and go full cosmic. Yeah, that would make sense, Spider-Man.
Yo, imagine Secret Wars being 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's wild.
Yeah,
I mean, it will be longer than just 3 hours. I think
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it though.
Because Secret Wars,
scale.
especially Secret Wars, especially that one, because in the comics, I know that Secret Wars is a big thing in the comics.
Yeah, but I think with all the changes, because Doomsday went from whatever Kang Dynasty leftover stuff, then they had to start from scratch, and like all these things. I just think like, and maybe we'll feel better about it when we get a trailer and stuff. But like from what I'm hearing from reports as they're filming it, there's a lot of stuff in this movie. Like when they announced like the characters, I was like, okay, you know, that sounds like a pretty decent lineup.
You know what they should have done, Joe?
Yeah,
they should have done a 2-parter for Doomsday.
Because
it'll be more like better because if you do a 2-parter for Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
And then Secret Wars, I'll still have Secret Wars be a thing. I'll still have that be a thing. But do a 2-parter for Doomsday because I agree, there's no way, like, how are you gonna fit this much characters in one movie?
Yeah.
Especially with everything going on. Right?
And the thing is as well with that, it's
like too is like I just remember seeing on the cast list that even with their show coming out, they also have to fit in Ironheart in here, and even though we haven't had it confirmed, I think McKenna said something like about like the Young Avengers. Like I don't know if it's confirmed, but I assume they're all going to be there too. Like,
I guess so. They have to. I mean, I guess they kind of have to because this is a big scale level threat, isn't it? So
yeah, because you have Miss Marvel, you have Kate Bishop and all that.
Yeah, you have all them. So I get it. And
yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
yeah, it's just gonna be hard to see how they fix that out because it's tough.
I'm gonna wait for the trailer and see how the trailer will like make me feel.
Yeah, I think we need to see something.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
that's
wait.
gonna dictate
I saw Sean Chandler made a video where he was talking about his concerns. So I thought it was worth bringing up to you guys. So I was like, oh, that is kind of concerning.
Yeah, like I get it. Like it is pretty concerning, especially the fact that you have like, because I have a feeling that Doomsday. I'm gonna make a guess on how many characters will be in this movie. I would say at least 50 to 60 or even 70 characters because
And
I
that's
think it's
another
50 to
thing.
60.
Feige said, and even though I don't really trust him, he said we're not done with, even though these characters roster already looks big, it sounds like we're not done yet. Which
Yeah, so there's gonna be more people coming into the cast. Like,
yeah, and we already know about Wolverine and Psylocke and
the only character that I know that's probably not gonna be in this movie is Spider-Man. That's like the
yeah,
only
they
one.
made that clear, which I'm very surprised about, but I think they can make that work.
Because I feel like somehow, some way, even though Brand New Day is gonna be a grounded movie, I do think the post-credit scene for that movie is gonna set up Secret Wars.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too. Definitely.
Did Prime officially release it now? Because it came out yesterday. Did Prime?
Yeah, it came out yesterday. Screen Fan, yeah, I saw it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, this was cool.
I wonder if Prime released it yet, or if this is just from the regular stuff.
Now, in terms of Brand New Day and when I could see like that, like in terms of Brand New Day, I think the trailer for Brand New Day is probably gonna come out like, probably I would say like the first trailer. I think after the Doomsday trailer, after that one.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
That's gonna be interesting marketing because they're taking place at the same time. Are they gonna have a marketing push for both movies?
Imagine if they go all in with both movies with the marketing, that'll be crazy.
I just wonder because they're both fairly close to each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's like
a
2
month in it,
months.
or a few. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not that
Yeah,
far.
that's
So
gonna be interesting if like how they handle that because it's gonna be like, how do you like reveal things for Spider-Man that's clearly happening at the same time with Doomsday?
Wait, didn't Endgame and Far From Home come out around the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 3 months, right? 3 months. I think
yeah,
it was.
we've heard that.
yeah, it's about 3 months. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it'll be a teaser, Screamer. I think it's gonna be the actual trailer, like the full trailer. That's what I'm thinking. Because that's when because if you look back at the Infinity War and Endgame trailer, those trailers came out like a couple months before Endgame and Infinity War came out. So I think it'll be the official trailers when it'll come
So
out.
that should tell us that. Well, that's interesting. So that means that there's a chance that our first proper look at Doomsday could actually be even before a full official trailer. We'll probably get some sort of teaser at some point.
Maybe we could get. You know what they could do before the official trailer, and I think it'll be great marketing. They can give us an official look at Dr. Doom's suit.
They might. Well, you were talking about it earlier before you came in. There's a new image of RDJ in a muscle suit, and he's got the black dots on his face. So he's going to have his face covered and scarred up. And I came up with a great theory that this is a Tony that because he's going to pretend to be Tony Stark. I think this is someone who in Endgame when he did the snap, right, and he got all scarred up.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one where he snapped, but he survived.
Because I do think somehow, some way, his death in Endgame is going to be connected to this. Because
That's why I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, that's.
I know there's people that think that, oh, this is not the real Doom. Sorry to tell you guys this, but this is the real Doom. All right.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, I did notice that I thought I saw RDJ now, and obviously he's older now, but he bulked up. He's got gray hair now. It's kind of interesting to see.
I wonder what scene they're filming now. In terms of like right now, I wonder what scene they're filming.
Last I heard, and they weren't supposed to say this, but last I heard, Nightcrawler was fighting Reed Richards, and they were shooting the day that when they first started filming, when they filmed the whole X-Men thing. Apparently, Doom and Magneto fight in this movie because
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, That should
That
be.
movie is gonna be cool.
How
Cool,
they
bro.
do it, that's gonna be sick. On how they do it, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do that. Because obviously, Magneto has the powers to basically mess up everything in Doom's suit. But if Doom uses magic, he could probably take down Magneto.
You know what? How I think the movie's gonna start in terms of like the intro and stuff. Imagine they play the Iron Man theme in the beginning, but it's like kind of like a dark version of it, and then we
Right.
cut. Yeah, we cut to the opening, and obviously, I think the opening of the movie will be Victor Von Doom going to the X-Men mansion that you guys were mentioning, or the house.
It
I
could
think
be
that'll
the opening.
I think that'll be the
That's
opening.
very likely. I'm still thinking that they might do something with finishing up the Kang Dynasty stuff and having Doom kill Kang or something like that.
Honestly, that would be. You know what? I'm fine if that's the opening. I'm fine.
That's cool.
Because you can just finish that character.
Yeah, because because we haven't really done much. They haven't done much with it since, so might as well. Innit?
Yeah, I'd even be
That would
okay
be a
with
perfect
a
way.
slight recast just for that one scene.
Mm,
If they can't get if they don't want to get Jonathan Majors back because he's kind of in the doghouse.
yeah.
I mean, they could just say, "Oh, this is like the main Kang," and then he kills him. Like, and honestly, that would be a perfect way to introduce your main villain.
Yeah. Even though he just killed the shittier villain, it still is good.
And then he says, "What would Doom say? What is that line that Doom says?
He says a lot of things.
You're no god or something like that. Or
Yeah.
there's no gods. There's
I'm
only
still
Doom."
crossing my fingers to see a version of Thanos in either Doomsday or Secret Wars where
That better be the Secret Wars opening,
where Doom actually kills Thanos and rips his spine out.
bro. If bro kills both Kang and Thanos, it's over, bro.
That's crazy.
He's that powerful. He could do it.
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
And McKenna's here, so I don't want to say too much on it because it can't. Well, I guess I can talk about him because she knows he's in the movie. I have a feeling, and I've been thinking about this for a long time. I think, even though there was only subtle hints of it, I think Thunderbolts just showed us that Sentry is very important to Doomsday.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people just want to think that Sentry is going to be the key to defeating Doctor Doom.
Mm.
I actually think he's going to be the key to making Doctor Doom more powerful. And I think Doom is going to manipulate Sentry.
He's gonna make him turn back to the void.
Probably. I've even thinking about that because they have to change characters around from the comics. I think there's a chance that they might turn Sentry in the Secret Wars comics into the MCU's version of Molecule Man. Like, I think there's a chance that they do something like that with Sentry.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah, I think they might do something like that. I think he's gonna be very important. I also saw the actor was saying some things about Doomsday recently, saying he's gonna get a new suit, and that even though I think his suit was pretty good, but I guess even better. I know Shang-Chi's getting a new suit.
That'd be cool.
I can't wait for that. And then there's another character. I'm trying to think who's getting a new suit. Mystique isn't gonna be naked this time. Mystique's gonna get a new suit.
Oh yeah, that's cool. What about that? Yeah, that'd be cool to see Mystique in a comic book accurate suit, bro.
Yeah, I want the white with the skull belt.
Yeah, same.
I think that'd be great.
Suit.
I hope we see Nightcrawler in an actual suit instead of just a trench coat this time.
Mm.
I want him in the red with the swords, man.
Yeah.
I want a good rogue.
What about Rogue?
I said I want a good one.
Well, the thing is, that's the one question they haven't asked. That's the other problem. There's X-Men. They said, I've heard reports that there's going to be multiple X-Men in the movie. Not everyone on the day that was announced has been properly confirmed, but we know are going to be in the movie now. It's pretty crazy. But they confirmed Jean Grey from the original movies is coming back. But then we also know about Psylocke, but it's going to be the Psylocke from Apocalypse, I think. We have Channing Tatum's Gambit. So if we just count the X-Men we have, this is where I have my issue. We'd be talking about team members, right? So if we count all the information we have Hugh Jackman Wolverine,
Mm.
Charles Xavier, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Beast, Gambit, Jean Grey. I think we'll probably get Iceman.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And
Yeah.
Firestar.
Firestar, if it'd be nice if they introduced her, but I think they're sticking with the old
The
2000.
original stuff.
The
Yeah.
Fox, yeah.
Because the
Makes
problem
sense.
is they're doing Feige was a part of that old era, and Feige's obsessed. He did it in Deadpool and Wolverine. He's obsessed with paying his tribute to Fox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also, Cyclops. We have Cyclops, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Storm. Pretty sure Halle Berry is only a little bit away from signing her contract. We heard.
Mm.
That's a lot of X-Men.
Yeah, for real, that is.
That makes me nervous. And then let's see. So Avengers, new Avengers. I've heard Hulk is going to be in it. Because of the concept art, even though people aren't going to like it, I think She-Hulk's going to be there.
Yeah.
We know
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, with She-Hulk, you can kind of like. I think with She-Hulk, like, as long as she's there, does what she needs to do, and it's not how they portrayed her as it was in the show, we should be all right.
I just want to see her and Deadpool interact.
Mm.
I want to see them both break the fourth wall. I think it's be funny.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah, no, I think so. That's going to be interesting. So you have you have the full Fantastic Four, you have all the X-Men, you have two. Man, I really, it's really hard to dance around this. I don't want to reveal it for Kenna, but because it's killing me. Because to make my point, it has to be said because it's like Kenna needs to understand that the Thunderbolts. There's kind of a thing that makes me more nervous about it when you think about why the other name of the team is so important.
Mm.
But I guess I'll just kind of allude to it. You guys will know what I mean. But
Yeah.
that Asterix and Thunderbolts combined with the new Avengers, I guess we'll call them, of Sam's Avengers, it's a big deal because technically both teams. Oh, he's got something to show us. Okay. That's a lot.
So apparently, Marvel Studios has updated their yearly output for films and television. 3 films max, 1 or 2 live action shows, 2 animation. I like this. Okay, this is what I want.
That's a lot better.
Better format.
That's a lot better than it was the last couple of years.
Since you've been running through Twitter, do you have anything else that we need to talk about on Twitter that's going on?
Let me see. I swear I saw something about Wonder Man or something like that.
Oh, do you see something about Wonder Man?
So apparently, it's going to be 8 episodes. Each episode's 30 minutes long.
I don't like the 30-minute runtime. I think that's
it pisses me off because if you want to actually like do well with your character, whatever character you're introducing to the MCU, whatever, you gotta at least give it story and have it be a good story, not rush
I
it.
feel bad because one of the hooks for this show is that they got the guy that played Black Manta in the DC Extended Universe as Wonder Man.
Yeah.
30 minutes. The 30-minute episodes is not the way to go with the Wonder Man show.
I can't get this. Oh yeah, Jessica Jones' account says I need to update my resume.
Oh, is that what they say? I
Yeah.
made to update my That's crazy, dude. The fact
I'm
that
glad she's back. I'm so glad.
I knew she would be in it. There was too much teasing and hinting.
Yeah, no, but it makes sense because she's like, again, what's her job in the show again?
A private detective.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it kind of falls into what the Matt is doing in a way. So
Underground, you haven't heard of Wonder Man? Oh, that's crazy.
I also have
Wonder Man is a huge character in West Coast Avengers.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a huge deal. That's crazy. I need to update my resume. The crazy thing is that the Hollywood Reporter brought that. Anything else chosen?
The first trailer for Wonder Man was showcased.
So they're trying to show it off to people. That 30 minutes gets me real nervous. Was that?
I mean, they got to try and cover.
Oh, she was there. Okay.
I don't know how much they're gonna cover, but they need to cover a lot. So
Did see we got updates?
Oh, Vision Quest,
Okay.
X-Men 97, Daredevil.
That makes sense. We talked about because we talked about we talked about 97 earlier with the news about Polaris. We talked about how the fact that Neve Campbell, Miss Sydney Prescott, is going to voice Polaris, which apparently is because the guy that was fired that's been making some very interesting conversations on his OnlyFans subscriber count.
wow.
Has been spilling the tea about Polaris. Did you hear about that, Kenna? Did you hear about Polaris?
No, I did not.
So Neve Campbell, Miss Sydney Prescott, is going to voice Polaris in season 2.
Interesting.
Yeah. And yesterday they were freaking people out because all the information was wrong. First, people were saying she was going to be in Doomsday, and then it was revealed that she's actually in 97. I don't know how you get that wrong, but Charlie Cox confirms, yes, we know this already.
Some people, I've seen people complain about this. First of all, I need people to realize that this is a multiverse movie.
I don't have a problem with this because I think what this means is that the war is going to be going on at the same time as
That's what I'm saying, and it makes sense, Joe, because these two, the Born Again season 2 and or Born Again season 3, should I say season 3? Because it's probably going to be.
That also makes me wonder. So, Born Again season 2 comes out before Doomsday, right?
Yeah, like a year. Yeah.
That makes me wonder. If they do season 3, if Secret Wars is still happening, or if Secret Wars has happened, I wonder if they address if we get season 3 on Battleworld.
You see, that's the question I always ask, because
that's a wonder. I do think that Daredevil will be in Secret Wars, though, despite it says Doomsday. I don't think they're going to keep him out of Secret Wars.
Yeah,
you know
what
what
else?
else?
Secret Wars makes sense.
And not only that, Joe,
I just think Secret Wars everyone's going to be in. I just can't see it not being in it.
It's not only that, Joe. You know what else I think is going to happen in Secret Wars? I think he's going to meet Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Oh, I think so too. If we can get Ben to finally put on the costume again.
Yeah.
Ben's been kind of iffy on the superhero genre lately, but
maybe
I don't blame him because especially with Batman versus Superman, I don't blame him.
Do you have any more things?
Not from what I'm seeing now, but
because you were reading a bunch of stuff and then you just dropped the window.
But yeah, I do hope if he does appear in Secret Wars, I hope they give Ben Affleck a better suit, because I'm not gonna lie to you, the suit that he had in the movie isn't my favorite. Personally.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't like.
I mean, but if he's not gonna play the character very long, does he really need a new suit?
That's true.
I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in the newer Daredevil run suit where he has the beard and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Chris, right? Where
I know what it's about. Yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
Since I did find out, shows. I don't know if you know this. Thor's getting a new suit in Doomsday.
Thank God, bro. That other suit he had in
he's gonna have the short hair like he had in Ragnarok and have the full beard, but he's gonna have a cloak, like a red cloak, like in the comics.
Okay, that's better.
I want the actor who plays the OG Bullseye to come back in Doomsday. Well, he is going to be available since we don't know when we're going to get Penguin season 2. So
I think he could be in Secret Wars Underground.
I'd love to see.
And then you can bring back. You can bring what's his name? What's his name? What's that guy who plays Bullseye? The other one from Daredevil.
What's his name? Winston something, I think. Yeah, you could have both those two dudes.
Also, that guy who plays Bullseye in the show, he should play the DCU Reverse Flash. I'm gonna just say that.
That'd be crazy, man.
That'd be cool.
He's pretty good. I wouldn't mind it.
I can see him.
I mean, he has the hair too.
He might join DC. There's a lot of good opportunities.
Yeah.
You play at DC.
I mean, and here's the thing. I know people say, "Oh, but CVO, CVO. What if that's the case? Then Bullseye dies?" No. You can still have Bullseye live, but you don't have to use his character that much in the show. You can still like.
You're so excited about Neve Campbell Underground. I think that's so funny.
But yeah, I'm excited. I did notice something from the Born Again season 2 set photos that someone mentioned, I noticed that Daredevil's suit is slowly going back to red,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which means if that's the case, he goes back to the red, he will still have the double Ds.
Yeah. So we'll get the most accurate suit.
The most accuracy, yeah.
Is this stream pre-recorded or is it actually live now? We are live right now. We love Deadpool. Of course she is. Yeah, I think she'll do a good job voicing Polaris.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what you
It's
think.
just gonna be
Gabriel.
interesting that she's just voicing her because, like, I don't know, because it's like I'm sure she'll do a great job, but despite her age, if they are gonna do like 70-year-old Magneto anyway, I wouldn't have minded to see Polaris in Doomsday. Like, I don't know. I guess it's different because you couldn't really have that because how do you explain Magneto being 70 and then Polaris being
This is that, yeah. It's
that
gonna be
would be
weird.
that'd be confusing.
Yeah.
I do think we
Bro.
could still get Magneto's full family in Doomsday though.
Hmm.
So I think Doom's going to convince him to join him after they fight by saying that he'll let the Brotherhood run the world. Either Michael C. Hall or Anthony Starr as Reverse Flash. That's what Retro had said. Colin Farrell, yeah, him, the OG Bullseye. Yeah, man, it'd be great to see him again. I think he's great in that role. Got a cough, Kenna?
Yeah. I'm okay though.
So yeah, we were talking about Sydney Prescott still being Polaris, voicing her in 97. You have thoughts on that? I know you're a big Scream fan. Do you have thoughts on that, Kenna?
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to me. Sorry.
Yeah, I said your name multiple times.
I'm not a huge Scream fan, but
You like Sydney Prescott.
yeah, I like Sydney. Yeah. I think she'll do good.
Yeah, well, apparently to Bo DeMeo's OnlyFans, since he cast her, apparently.
Is that the dude that worked on X-Men 97 but then got fired?
Yep.
Okay, I was like, who is this OnlyFans dude you're talking about? But yeah, no.
That's who I was talking about. That's why I keep.
I had a feeling, but I'm like, oh, I didn't know he was doing that.
You didn't remember that was in the reports?
No, I
Yep.
did not.
He was literally telling people, if you follow me here, I'll spill all the tea.
Honestly, that's kind of smart. Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, kind of smart tactic.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
kind of a weird dude.
Basically.
What's your what? You're not a huge Scream fan, Kenna?
I
Damn.
like it, but I'm not like a fanatic. But I like the movies.
Are you excited for Scream 7?
No, I think it's gonna be bad. No, I'm not excited for Scream 7.
Yeah, I think with Scream they could have stopped at like, I don't know. I feel like 3 and 4 were fine, to be fair. but-
I think they should have stopped it.
The worst Scream movie is 5 for me. I think 5.
Actually, you know what? Where they should have stopped it. Scream 6 was a perfect ending.
Yeah, Scream 6 was good. Yeah.
Like,
You didn't like Scream 5? Why? Because of Amber?
No, well, not just because of Amber, but I felt like it was getting too MCU-y, if that makes sense. Like they're trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
make this, like they're trying to, yeah.
I mean, they
Oh.
already announced they're doing another one after Scream 7, so.
Okay, so I was gonna it's a very small news, but about the Voltron movie.
Yeah.
I saw this I read this article a while ago during April 24th, and it teases Emperor Zarkon and who he could be playing him. He's the big-
Really? Who's
Yeah.
playing him?
hold on, I gotta reread the article. But like some of the cast members were posting on Instagram. I think they're done filming.
It probably will be Scream fan.
Oh yeah, well that was fun. So somebody named Tyler posted, "Well, that was a fun night. The Voltron rap party and also the last day of work. It's time to focus on my art and life for a while until it happens again."
Interesting.
So I think it's done filming.
I believe it. We're probably close to a trailer.
Oh, so now it looks like it's moving into post-production right now. That's where it's at.
Which means they're just editing it. Yeah.
So hold
Scream
on.
3 was a bit much. It felt cartoonish.
Hold up.
Screen
Oh,
3.
so it
Yeah.
says.
Okay.
So it could be. So IMDb also confirms actors playing Galrins, with Italian actor Roberto Zenca listed as the Galrin Emperor in the mythos. In the mythos, the Galrin Emperor Zarkon, the ruthless ruler of the Galrin Empire. And then it also listed Matthew Scully as playing a Galrin officer.
But then who's playing Zarkon?
Zarkon is I think it's the Roberto Zenca guy.
I thought it was just one of the other members of the Galra. That's not.
Okay, cool.
It says that Italian actor Roberto Zenca listed as the Galrin Emperor.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm not too familiar with him, but I hope he does a good job.
Yeah. No, like the only actors that I recognize in the cast is Henry Cavill, Sterling K. Brown, and Rita Ora.
Yeah, that's a pretty good cast. They got those.
All the other people are new that I
They
don't know.
still haven't announced who Cavill's playing yet, have they?
No. Well, so here's the thing from what I know about. It's interesting that they have the guy Roberto listed as Galrin Emperor and not specifically Emperor Zarkon. And it's because, from what I know, is that the Paladins of Voltron, it's not going to be like Keith, Shira, Lance. It's supposedly a new generation of Paladins. So it's new characters.
That's fun.
And yeah, I'm totally down for that. But I remember I commented on the Voltron Instagram post being like, since we're getting new Paladins, are we getting new villains that we haven't seen yet? And they responded being like, we can't tell you. Like, you know. So I'm thinking either it is Emperor Zarkon or it's a new like bad guy being the new Emperor, Galra Emperor, maybe, depending on where the timeline is in the film.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's gonna be fun.
Okay. I guess that
I'll
makes
watch
sense.
those.
I definitely do think Henry Cavill is definitely going to be playing the leader. I feel like it's gonna be.
I mean,
him.
because there's nobody else in the cast that can. I mean,
No.
it makes sense. I mean,
Personally,
nobody else has that commanding
Personally,
presence.
I would have had Henry Cavill play Lotor, but
I
that's
would have
not-
liked him as Lotor. I would. I mean, in
that's not
Witcher,
gonna
he would have been
happen, though.
perfect for it.
I know he was the Witcher. I said this is perfect.
He's got the hair. He could do it.
Yeah, we'll put him in the wig. Put him back in the white-haired wig. I actually, oh my god, I commented that on Voltron's under one of their social media posts. I said, because everybody thought he was gonna play Shiro. This was before it was announced that it's a new set of characters, not the old ones. But everyone was guessing that it was gonna be Shiro or like Karan, and I said, nah, put him. My money's on Lotor, and they responded to my.
That would be hilarious.
My money's on Lotor, and they responded to my comment saying, "You want to put that man in another white wig?" And I said, "Yes."
Do you remember? Do you remember when we were when we would always tease Dad about Karan?
Yeah, he hates Karan. I think he's
Karan,
funny.
Karan, the gorgeous man.
Yeah, Karan, the gorgeous man.
Oh my gosh. Me and McKenna used to watch Voltron Legendary Defenders on Netflix, and we used to have so much fun messing with our.
I don't know, Joey. They took it off Netflix. It's not on Netflix anymore.
What?
Yeah, Voltron.
Dang.
Voltron's not on Netflix anymore. It's sad.
They probably moved it. They probably moved to Paramount or something.
Or well, I heard it's because of like DreamWorks and the Netflix deal broke up. I have a Google Drive of all the episodes, so I'm okay. I also have it on DVD.
I'm sorry you have a Google Drive with the bad episodes, though.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Because when
Sometimes,
the bad
you know,
seasons
I'm
happen,
getting-
she's not happy.
You know what? Sometimes the bad episodes make me happy a little bit because I'm like, wow, it's my favorite show, even though the episodes are bad.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take the good and the bad. Just keep
Yeah.
rolling the punches. That's
Mhm.
crazy, Rachel. He's got 3 hours of blogs together from PAX. Now that's good. That's interesting. We're getting news on Voltron. I'm very curious to see where this movie goes.
I know. I've been like dying for news, so when that finally popped up, I'm like, thank God.
New characters is interesting to me.
Yeah, I think like they're doing like a next generation thing, like Legend
They're
of
trying
Korra.
to Power Rangers it. That's okay.
No, yeah, that's fine. Well, what I'm hoping is that they have like the new cast, and then they still have the old characters mentioned.
Yeah, maybe they'll mention them. Maybe Henry Cavill's like the long lost grandson of like Shiro or something.
Maybe.
Could do something like that.
Or like I feel like Princess Allura should be there. If anyone else is gonna show up from the old cast, it should be Allura.
Has there been anyone in the cast that you think that could play Allura so far?
No, not really. Except
Well, maybe it's a
well,
secret.
maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm
Yeah, let's
thinking
wait and
because
find
Henry Cavill's such a nerd that I think the movie will be good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he clearly is excited about this one.
I
What'd you say, Kenna?
Oh, I was gonna say that when I first saw him being announced that he was cast, he was the first person, by the way, to be announced that he was in the movie. I was like, wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I think him being a nerd just kind of fits into it. Alien Earth, August 13th, Disney Plus, Hulu. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Alien Earth. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I want to bring up something in the chat earlier that someone said. I didn't pay attention to the chat. Underground, a hot take. I think Scream 3 is better than Scream 2. Scream 2 is the weakest.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's kind of the most forgettable.
I
feel like-
agree. I think
Yeah.
for me personally, Scream 2 is forgettable.
Not sure. Retrolad, is that still on Hulu or where's it on?
Wait, are you agreeing with me on Richard or what?
You
Oh.
on crack? Dang.
Bro, listen, Richard. It's the most forgettable.
What happened, Chosen?
Wait,
His
did
mic,
he can't.
The
His
movie's
mic
so
cut out.
forgettable that his mic got cut off.
Boy.
It's like
Yeah, I don't remember much from Scream 2. I think Scream 2 is like,
No,
1, 3, and 4.
Terrible.
3? I don't know.
I don't
I don't think
remember.
3 was terrible. I thought it was better than 2 at least.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any of besides the first Scream movies, I feel like all the plots in the sequels are kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
I don't remember them well.
I get it because, like, I don't know, because I haven't even seen the latest Screams anyway. I haven't seen 5, 6, 7,
Oh, he got kicked out. Dang.
6, so I don't even know. But
Yeah, I don't remember Scream 3 that well.
It's
Definitely
something
really
about
close
like
to
the
it.
mom was the ghost face. Like what the mom of one of the dudes who are the original for Revenge. I don't remember. It was
Oh yeah, Scream 2 is pretty much Miss Loom's revenge. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Billy's mom. Yeah. It's been a while since I watched all the other ones, but it's interesting that your Wi-Fi disconnected. Interesting.
Oh no.
A likely story. You were stuck in the void, I guess.
Mhm.
He called himself the Void.
The Void.
Yeah. Everyone that watches Thunderbolts loves Sentry in the Void. It's a great character. And this movie, Marvel shows that they really understand how to do really good characters. And honestly, I have a hot take that I've been seeing people talk about online.
Mm.
This movie cements that Yelena Belova is better than Natasha.
I agree, but
As
in
a character.
Natasha's defense is that during the early Avengers movies, they just did not. They hardly ever wrote her.
Yeah, they didn't give enough material, man.
They
That's
didn't
what
give
I
her enough.
think.
They only used her as either like the love interest to Captain America or the Hulk.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people, the Void, I'd rather avoid. Really? But basically, there's how do I put this? Basically, a lot of people say Natasha because they're constantly blamed with filled with nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And
I think with Yeah, because I mean, like when they tried to do a Black Widow movie, it just didn't work. Like, you know what I mean?
Like the
Right.
problem is that the movie was good, but it came out after she died,
Yeah.
which
So
I
that's-
feel like messed up.
The only thing that was bad about that Black Widow movie was
The
a problem
task.
that gets solved in Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah.
Well, Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
I
say-
knew already. I'm pretty much
Yeah, I
know
know.
that.
I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, she not a problem very much.
I will say, I mean, I know it's different when you read the comics. Like it's different. Like the
You sent
parents
him to the Shadow Realm because he said that about Scream 3.
I
Black
know, like
Widow. Taskmaster horrible. Yeah, you'll like Thunderbolts then, Retro.
I know that the pairings change in the comics. That happens a lot. But after
Yeah.
rewatching Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they were sweet for a moment. But in the MCU, I don't care for the romantic relationship between Bruce Banner and Natasha. I really think they should have done Hawkeye and Black Widow instead.
Well, that would have made sense. I mean, they didn't bring in Mockingbird. Oh, he's back. We are the Thunderbolts. Yes, thank you, David Harbour.
Yeah, I feel like Bruce and Black Widow was kind of like not forced, but I was just kind of like, okay.
I'll be
this is a
honest,
bit-
and
it's
this
a
is
bit
my
strange,
personal
but-
opinion. You want to know something? I'm actually gonna do a video about this. You want to know something? You want to know something I'm gonna say, and I've said this since Winter Soldier.
What?
There's no argument why Natasha and Steve could have not been together.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
That too. Like Steve and Natasha could have worked better.
They
I think
literally
my
did it-
problem.
like the way they're flirting with each other in Winter Soldier, and when she's like, "Is that your first kiss since 1945?" Like,
Yeah.
it could have turned out to something great.
I think
And-
the problem, like my problem with Hulk and Natasha being together is that I like the idea, but the way that they made them together is like, it's like they made the relationship like how Chris Pratt's character in Jurassic Park is with the dinosaurs, where he's like, "It's okay, calm down. I'm the only one who can." Like, I feel like it's surface
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
I'm
basically.
sorry, I'm dying. Retchline quoted my
Basically.
favorite. Retchline quoted my favorite Ragnarok line. Chosen as Loki. I have been falling for 30 minutes. I never get tired of that quote. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
When he's stuck up in there.
Hey, Retchline. Yo, Retchline, hold on. Yo, Retchline. First of all, Retchline. Scream 3 over Scream 2, okay? Scream 3 over Scream 2.
I run to the restroom real quick.
I hope
Maybe another drink too.
get that cleared.
That's so funny. Chosen's been falling for 30 minutes. That's cool.
But yeah,
I'm falling for 30 minutes.
I really like the scene where it's
yeah, Scream 3, Retchline.
Scream 3. I just really didn't like Scream 5. That was the worst one.
Yeah, I've only seen bits of like 5. I've not seen 6. I can't really like. I don't know. I just after 4, I was just kind of tapped out with it anyway. So I was like, yeah.
Well, it doesn't really change. They try to mix it up, but it's still the same.
But at least with the Conjurings, there's some type of change in them. So I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
might
like
not
a
be the
different
best quality,
demon.
but you know.
Yeah. My only problem with like the Conjuring films were like obviously the Nun movies were
Are you
good,
serious, bro?
but some of the Annabelle movies I thought were kind of meh.
Yeah, Annabelle, I didn't really bother with too tough.
I liked Scream 6. Like, I would have been okay if Scream 6
I
was
agree.
good, guys. Like, I honestly was very, very happy with Scream 6. Search your feelings, Chosen.
I agree, but also I don't remember anything that happened in Scream 6. I don't remember.
I mean, that's fair. It's just, there's been other better things that you've watched. That's okay.
Yeah, there's other horrors that you've come across.
Like, yeah, there's been other better.
That's the
better
thing. I feel like the horror genre in general is just been,
Chucky
lot of same
over
things.
Annabelle.
What?
Who asked
What's
that?
Chucky over Annabelle. Oh, of course, 100%.
Well, yeah, Chucky's a better doll.
Yeah, I just think with horror. I think with the horror genre in general, in terms of films, like it's a lot of it's but over the last 10 years, it's been very predictable.
Yeah, it has been predictable. I'm really looking forward to not necessarily that it's considered horror, but the first movie was kind of more horror, and the second movie is gonna be more action packed.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to this Megan 2.0, man. I think Megan 2 is gonna be
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
There's this new horror. There is this kind of new horror movie called Fresh, and it has Sebastian Stan in it, and it's
Oh, that was my
It's
second point when we were talking about love interests. You know what else they could have done if they really didn't want to do the Steve and
You mean Bucky and Natasha?
yeah, because they did it in the comics,
Yeah.
and they even
Well, they did it with everyone in the comics.
and in Civil War they seriously Oh, you liked the movie Retro? Was it good? Chosen, you've not seen Sinners in cinema yet. I know. So he loves to make that.
Also, by the way, another movie I'm looking forward to in terms of horror movies is The Conjuring 4.
Oh yeah.
Chosen, did you go see your clown movie yet?
Huh?
Did you go see your clown movie yet in the cornfield?
No.
I thought you were gonna do that because you're a big clown simp.
The biggest problem with that, Joe, is that the theater that's near me, they don't have the movie there. That's the big.
Oh, that's too bad. Chosen, if you don't watch cinema in
You know what? That's fine.
I
We
won't
won't
speak
speak
to you.
again. Okay, Rashad, we won't speak again. That's fine. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it regardless, like anytime if I want
He
to.
wants you to see it to support it in the theater, man. He's giving you crap.
Hey, even if I don't see it in the theaters, that doesn't mean if I watch it at home, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna enjoy it. I could still love it at home too. For all
Yeah, no, it's them ones. I
movie-
think I might have to wait until I want to see Thunderbolts in cinema, but I don't know if I will have the time.
Oh, you didn't
especially
see it
on a new
yet?
job. No, I don't know if I will have the time, especially when I'm starting my new job in it. So
Oh, did you get a new job recently?
yeah,
Oh man, that sucks. I wish you would have seen it already.
I know. I'm gonna try my
I know.
best to.
Yeah, I know there's one movie that Joe's looking forward to watching.
Well, what's that?
I know you're excited for the new Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
wait.
100%. I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to.
I mean, the reactions are pretty promising that came out for them this morning. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I did see the trailer. It looks pretty cool.
It looks good. I mean, I've not been disappointed by a Mission Impossible movie yet, and I don't think this movie will disappoint me. So I think that's good.
I disagree with that.
Dune 3 will be film of the year next year.
I disagree with that. I don't think it will be, Rashad.
Everyone loves the Dune movies. I mean, there's nothing
Dune
wrong
3.
with movies. They're good. Everyone
Yeah.
has their own
I
opinion.
mean, I'm not saying he can like that. I'm just saying it's not going to be the film of the year because
There's been a lot of good movies. There's gonna be a lot of good movies next year. So it's
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll have to see in it like what the lineup is for next year for films. Like Dune has potential to be top 5 film of the year for sure. But
yeah, because you still
big-
have what's it called,
it's gonna be a big
Doomsday
year. It's gonna be a big year in movies.
and Spider-Man.
We got Mando and Grogu next year.
Oh God.
oh yeah, true.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about that movie.
I hope it's good, but I know it's not gonna be the.
You know what the sad part is, Joe? I used to be excited to watch a Star Wars movie on the big screen, but now I don't know. It's not looking the same.
Well,
Yeah, it's
we
not the
missed
same
it in
no
the stream. I got a big video coming out today about how Dave Filoni is Dave Baloney because he literally decided he's been blocking. I found out he's been blocking like fresh new takes and creative visions. Like people haven't been able to get their projects out because he literally has said it doesn't match my vision.
Oh, that's not good.
This loser doesn't even know what his vision is. He ruined Thrawn. He doesn't understand Ezra. Yeah, the Odyssey.
I'm excited for the new Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl will be nice. The Odyssey will be nice. I'm looking forward to it. It looks good. Yeah, it'll be a good year for movies next year.
That is gonna be a lot of them. You got Supergirl, Doomsday, Spider-Man, Brand New
That's
Day.
crazy.
Like, bro,
Yeah, there's movies I'm excited about. There's also not like that much this year. Oh, is Masters of the Universe coming out next year?
now my
yeah,
question
well,
to you, Joe. My
Yeah.
question to you, Joe. What like either what do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win next year? DC or Marvel next year? And I'm only talking about next year, not.
That's a tough question.
That's
Because you got
interesting.
Doomsday, right? You got Doomsday, Brand New Day, Daredevil.
That's not a fair. That's not a fair comparison because you just got Supergirl to deal with. Like,
That's the problem. Like, you see, like, that's a big problem in DC. Like, I feel bad for DC because next year, especially next year, like,
but if Supergirl is better than all those projects that Marvel
imagine.
has, then that's a
That would be
problem.
embarrassing. That would be embarrassing. I can't lie.
Yeah, well, let's just say if that happens, the MCU's cooked. So let's hope it doesn't happen. You want to know a hot take?
Yeah.
I'm more excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day than I am Doomsday.
I agree, bro. With what I'm hearing,
I
like,
hear
I
it.
just have a lot more faith in it.
Yeah,
being
because
done.
Brand New Day, like, I feel like this is gonna be the new arc in it that we've been waiting for.
Also, I
Peter
found
Quill.
out, guys. You know how I said it was a Hong Kong choreographer that was going to do Spider-Man? I found out it's the same choreographer for Shang-Chi. So you have Shang-Chi as a director and its choreographer doing Spider-Man. So the fight
Bro.
scenes are going to be incredible.
oh my, I could just picture the fight scenes already.
We're going Insomniac Spidey level, man.
Bro, Spider-Man and Mr. Oh my god, bro.
The Legend of Aang. Oh, I forgot about that animated movie. The Mummy. They're doing another Mummy?
Clayface, yes.
I'm excited for Clayface. Oh, so we get Clayface
Another
and
Mummy?
Supergirl next month.
Oh, I don't know if hopefully the mummy's good because I mean you can't beat the originals, man.
It's the 30th anniversary for Resident Evil since 1996. I'm nervous about the new reboot live action Resident Evil movie next year.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, they haven't got it right with Resident Evil, so
Same. They've been messing up completely.
Who do you guys? I have a question, Joe.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be the female villain for Brand New Day? Because I keep hearing female villains.
I've been hearing a lot of different things. I've been hearing Menace. I've been hearing Wraith. Wraith is a pretty popular one.
I love Wraith.
I've been
Please.
hearing Black Cat, so I don't know.
I hope it's Wraith, actually.
Wraith would be cool.
Wraith, yeah,
Like,
Wraith
imagine
would be cool.
Wraith, bro. Wraith and Mr. Negative.
Yeah. I heard that that Sadie Sink's character might be a amalgamation between two characters. I heard what are those characters' names? Oh yeah, new Turtles sequel next. Damn, we're getting Turtles next year too.
Bro, we're getting a lot next year, honestly.
Yeah, we're actually
Hey,
getting-
2026 is gonna be peak. What do you guys think of the Bourne movie series? I like Jason Bourne.
I like the Bourne movies. Yeah,
I even like the one with Jeremy Renner in it.
yeah, I didn't mind that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, to be fair, Joe, you thought 2026 is crazy. 2027 has Secret Wars and Sonic 4. So,
And potentially the Batman 2.
Oh yeah, that's mad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
Ice Age and Shrek 5.
yeah.
I'm mad about Shrek 5. I heard Shrek 5 isn't going to feature Puss in Boots.
bro, the design
Yeah.
for the Shrek movie, the fifth one, looks terrible. I'm sorry.
Makes me
Yeah.
worried because
I'm
it
kind of
makes me worried-
surprised that they went with that design though. But then again, I understand it because it's like, I mean, it's weird because how CGI has gone backwards. Like because before, like 20 odd years ago, it looked fine, and then
It
now
makes me worried because
it's
with the
just- I don't
sequel, with the sequel, we had with Puss in Boots' second movie, they alluded to Puss in Boots meeting up with the Shrek gang,
Yeah.
but now they're saying he's not going to be in it. Why are they still making Ice Age movies?
yeah, for real, I don't know why. They need to
Another
stop it.
Jumanji movie? All right, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
relax,
the
bro.
Reboot, the
Alright.
reboots need to stop, man.
They're running Jack Black into the curb now. You thought he was going crazy in the Minecraft movie? Oh, just wait till the new Jumanji. Oh, you think it's unfinished animation? What about what I said about Puss in Boots not being in it? Because I heard it's confirmed he's not in it, which is bad, at least right now. The last Shrek I saw was the second one. Oh, that was a good Shrek movie, so good choice. I love the second Shrek. It's my favorite in the franchise.
Mhm.
Shrek 3 is not bad, but
Yeah, Shrek 3's not bad. I think 4's better than 3.
yeah, 4 is better. I think it's 2, 1, 4, 3 so far.
Hunger Games as well. Hunger Games annoyed me, man.
Dear
So-
God.
I thought they would have learned by now to stop doing that movie, man.
They got a prequels, though, man. They're doing them prequels.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, Shrek 2 is everyone's favorite, dude. You can't not love Shrek 2. That's why I asked you about what I said about Puss in Boots. Does that upset you, Retrolad? I'm sorry. I love all the Shrek movies, man, but Last Wish was something special.
Mhm.
I'd love another Puss in Boots movie. That Shrek 2. Read the books to Hunger Games is so good. Really? Oh, you're back? We're talking about Shrek 5 now. Or just movies coming out next year.
Shrek 5, I think people are already hating on it too much. I think.
Yeah, it's not even out. That's the thing nowadays, bro. Like, you know,
I'm not
you
thrilled
see,
that
you see a picture, you see a teaser, people just instantly hate on things, and it's like the full trailer's not even out, the full film's not even out. Yeah, just wait till it comes out and then make a
I'm
judgment.
just doing the only red flag for reason. I'm not thrilled that the thing they set up at the end of Last Wish is not going to happen in Shrek 5 as of right now.
The thing I actually do want to add to that is that you guys remember before, like way before Sonic 1 came out, the design looked terrible.
Yeah.
I think they might do something similar. There might be a similar situation here because
I mean, I think it will be good, hopefully. I'm just bummed because I
I'm
thought
hoping.
the whole point of setting up Puss in Boots going to see
I'm
everyone.
gonna be honest. I don't think the animation style for Shrek is that bad. The only people that I think look awkward is Donkey and Pinocchio, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You think they'll fix that in time, though?
I don't know. I don't think so. Listen, animation it's quite tricky.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe Crypto is CGI. He
for
looks
real, Retrolad.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe CGI either. He looks crazy good.
I
Bro,
can't-
the trailer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh my
What do you
god.
mean they didn't get a real dog with superpowers?
He said, "What do you mean you didn't get a real solid dog with superpowers?"
I know. It's like, wow, I can't believe they did CGI. What a cop out! Couldn't even get a real superhero dog.
When's the last time you've seen a real superhero dog?
Just last week,
Dang.
walking on the street. Same thing. That's how I feel about the live action How to Train Your Dragons. They couldn't even get real dragons.
I can't wait to see the movie. I think it looks good. The kingdom for far, far away. Donkey. That's where we're going. Far, far away.
Mhm.
It's a good line.
Shrek 2 and Shrek 4 are my personal faves.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Yeah, I love Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 and 4.
Yeah, 2 and 4 are good.
Yo, I did see the teaser for the new Superman movie today. Bro, that one shot with Superman fighting that one guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah, that's the hammer of
Yeah, the hammer of.
Bavaria, I believe is the
Bro, that design looks so cool.
Mm.
He's supposed to have dual wield axes. Practical magic sequel since Shrek 5 is new. What are you talking about?
I actually disagree with that. We love Death. I think it might be. I think it's gonna be successful.
Yeah, we need to wait and see what the proper trailer is saying, man. You can't be saying things without
How
a
long
proper
was your
judgment.
stream today chosen? What time did you end it at?
Oh, my stream.
Yeah.
I think I ended it like. It was 2 hours long. I think it was at the 2 hour mark. I think I ended like 2 hours ago. Around 2 hours ago.
You were popping off. You were getting a lot of comments in your stream.
Bro, my chat was going crazy once you left, bro. I'm not gonna.
They were. Why would I left?
Oh my god, bro. It's more crazier than your chat from the last time.
How? What happened?
It was crazy because people were saying some interesting stuff. I'm gonna just say that.
What were they saying?
I'm not gonna discuss about this. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
I think you should tell us here in the stream.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, I think you should tell us.
People were in for Cobra Kai, right? People were switching up the last names for each character. Like, for example, Sam Jae Sung, like all that stuff. It was crazy. And
Yeah.
Oh, you might watch it in cinema, Retro? I thought you don't watch movies in cinema anymore, except for like Sinners. What makes you want to watch
28
Guardians of
years
the
later.
Galaxy?
Yeah, I'm definitely watching 28 years later. Those
Yeah, that
those films are good anyway. So
yeah, I'm gonna watch it too in theaters.
Yeah, I gotta get karate to watch it. I don't know if you'll go.
anyway,
Yeah,
Anyway, it's
karate.
getting late for me. I need
I
to.
was gonna do a meet up with him for it, but I don't know if he'll go now. He's too scared. I just don't support Disney anymore.
Mm.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you're gonna watch all Disney movies now on streaming? Okay. You get a lot of things spoiled, bro.
Yeah.
What do you
Anyway, let me head off because I need to get up for tomorrow. So
Sounds good, boss. Thanks for being here, man.
no problem. See you guys.
Take care. So Chris, we'll keep this going for a little bit longer. Let's see. Oh, you're currently watching The Purge 2013. That's a pretty good one. Have you never seen that before? We Love Deadpool. It's wild, Retrolad, that you're not going to see any Disney movie in cinema. I mean, because I get it, but I mean, you're gonna get a lot of things spoiled, bro.
Especially Marvel.
Yeah, watch out for spoilers for Karate Kid Legends. Careful on the internet. No, it's your first time? Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, I don't care anymore, honestly. Okay. That's fair. So you mean to tell me you don't think Ironheart's gonna be peak, Retrolad?
No, he probably doesn't think that at all.
You're not a
Ironheart's gonna
Riri-
be so good, guys. It's gonna be
You're-
better than Born Again.
you're not a Riri Williams fan?
It's gonna be so good. Just kidding.
That's funny.
Yeah, because Cecile's an Ironheart. So
Yes,
You must be
Cecile's an
joking.
Ironheart, and basically what happens is that Riri and Cecile team up and they kill Matt Murdock.
Dang.
yeah. No. Cecile kills what's his name? The guy that's gonna be in this show. What's his name? Mephisto?
Dang. You must be joking. Mega Man Ironheart. You love Mega Man. I was saying he loves Mega Man. I don't know why he would be complaining about her.
But Joe, we know you're excited to see Cecile in Ironheart. Don't worry.
Yeah, Cecile's actually gonna be Ironheart's like Jarvis, like he'll be the hologram speaking to.
I'm not letting Cecile bother me right now, so it's not gonna happen.
Join the dark side. Let
Yep.
your
Cecile.
anger, let your anger fill you.
I have many other things to get angry about. Like,
Yeah, maybe Cecile should be in Doomsday and Secret Wars. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
shots fired.
Cecile will actually beat Doom in the first half hour of the movie.
Okay, now you're starting to get me upset.
Or maybe Cecile, if they do a Sinners 2, maybe Cecile can be in that sequel.
Yeah, Cecile becomes
No.
a
You
vampire.
keep Cecile out of Sinners. That's not happening.
Cecile's like the super sinner, Joe. Cecile's gonna be in there,
Oh no, I don't want that.
and she's and they're gonna kill Preacher Boy.
Really, you think it's gonna suck, Retrolad? That's interesting.
The
Cecile
Ironheart show?
should be in Spider-Man 4.
Why you want Cecile everywhere?
Because it's
'Cause
annoying.
she's one of the best characters, Joe.
Gotta find a character that annoys you guys then.
Oh, Cecile should be in Dune 3.
You know what? Chosen? I'll take Cecile over Becky Sharp.
Fair.
Who's Becky?
Chosen's worst nightmare.
Oh god. Yeah, but where's she from? What show?
Also, the Flash.
Oh,
Same
The
as same as.
Oh, Retchlad, since you care about that, you know what? Cecile should be in Spider-Verse 3 then.
Oh yeah, Cecile's gonna be the best Spider-Woman.
Oh yeah, he will kill it. That's crazy. Cecile and Spider Woman. Dang. No, that's funny for you. That's funny chosen. I know you don't like Becky Sharp. Or better yet, what about Nora in the Forces storyline? How you feel about that?
All right, bro. All right, bro. Relax. All right.
Relax, really?
Joe, I just got important news. James Gunn has announced who's gonna be playing Batman, and guess who it is?
It's gonna be Cecile.
Cecile. I know. Aren't you happy? Aren't you happy? Cecile's playing Batman.
I'm never speaking to either of you ever again. Chosen isn't ready for Paul and Dune Part 2. No, probably not. He hasn't
Oh
seen.
my god! I just got another update. Guess who's playing the new Green Arrow? Cecile. Cecile did so amazing at the audition that James Gunn thought that Cecile should play both Green Arrow and Batman.
Oh, you gotta be kidding
Oh,
me.
I got even more news. Actually, you know who's gonna play the DCU Batman?
Oh no.
Dimitri.
Oh no. Wow. I'm still waiting for Retrolad to tell me why he thinks Doomsday will suck. That's what I'm waiting for.
My personal, if I'm gonna think that the movie,
Wait.
I'm not.
Wait,
I'm no,
is that confirmed?
what?
Is that real, Retrolad? Is Brad Pitt really Green Arrow? Or are you just trying to get us excited? If that was real, that'd be.
I think he's messing with you.
Every time Chosen bring up Cecile, I laugh hard. Why do you laugh about that?
Because it's funny to mess with you.
It gets annoying.
Whatever.
I wonder if Chosen. I'm just gonna find someone that Chosen really doesn't like. Hey, Chosen, how's that Obi-Wan launch party going?
Oh, don't bring that up, please.
And how about
Don't worry, Chosen, because guess who shows up in Obi-Wan Kenobi? Cecile. So it makes the show better.
yeah, Cecile goes in and kills Reva. Wonderful.
Yeah, actually, that's actually better, honestly. I do agree.
Okay, now you're just teasing us. New breaking news: Ben Affleck is Flashpoint Batman. What in the world?
Honestly, recasting Ben Affleck as Thomas Wayne instead would be fire.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. But
Like, in all seriousness, that would be fire.
Breaking news: Joe's favorite season is Arrow season 4.
how dare you? Your favorite season is Flash season 7.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We know you love Iron Fist, bro. The show Iron Fist.
Season 2 is actually pretty solid.
He's deflecting. We need more ammo.
I know you love the Secret Invasion finale, Joe.
Oh no! That's where I draw the line. No Secret Invasion, sir.
But
Breaking
Secret
news.
Invasions
What?
has Cecile.
No. Breaking news: Amber Heard is Wonder Woman. Oh God.
Oh, Joe's favorite actor. Oh my gosh, that's great news.
You know, Chosen was the Negan as Two-Face. I wouldn't mind that. I prefer Negan as Thomas Wayne. I'll take him as Two-Face. Who's typing in the background?
Me. I'm Googling something. Hold up.
What are you Googling?
Oh, you'll figure it out. There's gonna be very new news update, Joe. There's gonna be a Green Arrow movie, and guess who's writing the script?
Cecile.
Leslie Headland.
Oh no. Well, if that in that case, you know what, Chosen? I got something for you.
What did I do? I didn't say anything about this.
Oh no. No, don't do it, Retrolad. Don't do it. You're giving me too much hope.
Oh my God! No, Retro is telling the truth. I just checked Twitter.
I'm not following that. I'm not falling for that. That's not happening. I know this game. I'm gonna go look at Twitter and I guarantee I'll find nothing. Like Yoda said, if only into the recordings, Owen Payne will you find? What am I gonna find? Nothing.
Oh my god. I just checked something else, bro. Yo, Stephen Amell is coming back as Green Arrow.
You guys are all just terrible liars. Okay, Charlie Cox confirms there will be crossover cameos in season 2.
You know what else Charlie Cox confirms? That he's retiring from playing Daredevil and he's passing the mantle on to Cecile.
Oh my god. Really? DC
You know what else, Joe? You know what else?
Yes.
The actor plays Punisher. He's also gonna pass the mantle to the guy who plays Dimitri from Cobra Kai. So
I think it's time to end the stream because I think there's some annoying people in my chat.
No! We're not you're nothing without us, Joe.
I'm plenty fine. I have videos to make.
Remember that? Remember that. You're nothing without us and Cecile.
I'm plenty fine.
videos about Cecile.
Because I have videos to make. So
Yeah, about Cecile, right? Yeah. He's
Yeah,
gonna make a
videos
video
about Cecile. Yeah.
No videos about Cecile. You're